That said, we're going to be picking up back on... Right, this one. We're going to be picking up where we left off on Dinkum yesterday. I was debating today whether we're going to be doing our Rimworld run or Dinkum run. And regardless, I wanted to play one of the two of them because I know we had good viewership for both. And outside of like our own numbers, we are raising money for Hope for the Day, which is a charity for proactive suicide prevention, as well as destigmatizing mental health. So that we got going on. To get where we left off, I did go and pick up the 5 shells at the end of yesterday where the stream, like ended because I needed to get off stream. So I did run around and quickly grab the shells, but that's all anyone missed. Hello there, Rual Storge. What can I do for you? I don't remember. We'll probably wait till we hit 2,000. Let's chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? Got a job for me? I think blue spot flathead are hanging out around the southern oceans this time of year. Do you think you can catch me a blue spot flathead and bring it to me? Yeah, sure. On ya, mate. Thanks a bunch. I don't have any debt, do I? Right, because we were waiting for a new deed to pop up. And we do have someone visiting today in game as well, so that prompt got gobbled. Rual would benefit from chat summarizing secretary. Just having a person whose job in chat is to let me know what chat has said. Usually it's not a problem. It's just once in a while if chat is like particularly busy or I'm dealing with stuff like tech issues, I could fall behind. Or if I'm playing a sweaty game that I have to like hyper focus on to survive a fight, that can also have it. You're looking to trade your white hair bow for any other clothing. We're getting that hair bow. That's a thing that's happening. So who is the new person visiting? You're really loud and only in my right ear. Oh, hi there. I'm Rain. I'm a nomad that's like looking to sell seeds. I've got farming equipment too, if you're interested. Although, I can only sell them to people who have a farming license. This island's beautiful, don't you think? I've been a lot of places in my time, and like, it's really nice here. Oh, by the hoe. Oh, that's a hoe. Hoe the dirt, make it all soft and stuff. That's 800. Taking it. Very good. There you are. Thank you for your purchase. Watering can? Oh, that's a watering can. It carries water from point A to B. That'll be 10,000. That is highway robbery. I'll take it. Very good. There you are. Thank you for your purchase. I need this as well. Oh, those are watermelon seeds. Those grow during the summer. These need a bit of room because they will spread to nearby spaces. One watermelon there has a chance that it could have up to 4 offshoots. They're 770 each. I will probably regret. Let's take 10. I'll take it. Very good. There you are. Thanks for your purchase. We're not done yet. Oh, those are beetroot seeds. These grow during the summer, and they grow for 7 days. Produce a beetroot. Yep. These might not grow. I might not have enough time. Very good. There you are. Thanks for your purchase. Welcome to the greenhouse. What can I help you with? I want to chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? You got a job for me? Oh, Rual Storge, you have a logging license, right? I would like you to deforest the entire continent. Trees are the bane of our existence. I mean, I think you could help me rustle up 2 gumwood planks. It would be really helpful for me. Thanks, Rual Storge. Alright, I happen to have those on me. I want to chat. And here you go. Oh, here, you found 2 gumwood planks? Yep, give. Banza. I, knew I could count on you. Now, I have something for you, Rual Storge. I hope you like it. It's a burger, with a lot. I mean, cool. Oh wait, is that a scarecrow for sale as well? Oh, that's a melon scarecrow. Stop birds from eating all your crops. That'll be 16,000... Very good. I know I'll be able to make one soon, after I successfully grow crops, but I'm worried we won't get much in the way of crops. So we got a thing for buying a bunch of stuff, and we got a thing for buying seeds. Now I need to go through everyone else here. Welcome to the museum. What can I do for you? Oh, you want to chat about? Got a job for me? Oh, hey, would you be too much trouble for you to catch a grass yellow butterfly? I bet you can find the grass yellow butterfly in the tropics. No problem. Thank you so much. Alright, so racing around, dialoguing everybody. Welcome to John's Goods, how can I help you? I wanted to chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? I completed your request, did I? I don't remember. Oh, you're interested in the white hair bow? No thank you. No problems. Alright, since I don't have spare garments, we're gonna switch off from our purple hat to having the bow. I don't know if doing these tasks actually makes them happier, so we're at 4 1/4 hearts. Alright. Perfect, they go with my shoes. It did, it gave me half heart, so it's still worth doing. A lot burger? Alright, show us what you got. I believe that's the one that I saw the recipe involved putting, beetroot and everything on it, which is a thing they do with... Oh, wait. I think those are all repeats. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and sell the burger, because I'd rather have the money. Let's see. I'll open up, I could offer you 41,497. Very good, here's your money. So yeah, so basically we got roughly the same amount of money we started the day with, but more stuff. More importantly, is I can now grow things. Okay, so the big question here, because I've not done this before, let's juggle this all around. So I don't really know how much I need to space these out. Because I may have overdone these. Let's, Go ahead and get all this. I'm imagining I'm putting these too snug to each other, but I also don't know what the range of the scarecrow is either. Okay, we got planting seeds in the red dirt. They grow up so fast. Here's a milestone for planting seeds. Cool. And then we've got water plants is good for your soul and good for the plant's general health. It's a win-win. Here's a milestone for watering lots of plants. The doggo looks friendly? Yeah, the doggo is the doggos are They're dingoes. In real life, dingoes can be pretty dangerous. They're basically wild dogs. In the game, they seem to mostly be chill as long as you don't hurt them. Hey, Alanorama, good to see you. Hope you had yourself a good stream. I think you were playing Rimworld the other day that I saw. But I hope you had a good one. And if you're trying to lurk, don't let me drag you out lurking and all that. But thank you again for the stream streak and all that good stuff. It's good to have you. For those that don't know, Lanorama, absolutely fantastic content creator on the platform. Somebody I definitely recommend checking out. Plays a lot of RimWorld among other games. So very much definitely, if you enjoy RimWorld and other games, which I assume you do if you're here, because it'd kind of be a little weird otherwise, you know, you can check it all out over there. And definitely good time. So I'm in the house at Frequency Trading Team. Was going for your 2K boomies. A bunch were dead. That's 2K boomies, like the boom rats, like doing a boom rat challenge. Alright, so we got all of that planted. We can go ahead and do this. So now that my entire bar is nothing but tools, let's actually look at my goals here. So tasks, I need to catch a fish, which is said there could be, like we've been told they're to the north and south, and the yellow butterfly. So that's an ocean fish. We'll start running that way, and we're looking for a tiny little yellow butterfly. Chris, I appreciate you. Thank you for raising money for such a good cause. I'm happy to be able to do it. This is the third time we're doing it, and I'm very happy to do it. And thank you so much for everyone who's donated so far. I also just realized I can't see this. I need more screens, chat. I've got like 4 of them, and I need more. I need more screen real estate. Yeah, I know it's a cause near and dear to my heart. We mentioned at the beginning of the stream that I've, you know, like most people, have unfortunately known people who have taken their own lives and all that, so it's a difficult thing, but it's a thing that should be discussed, and doing what we can to proactively help to prevent it is absolutely a win. Okay, so this will be North Ocean. Grab the bananas, they're right here. Let's see if we can't catch this fish real fast. I should probably be mentioning, for anyone who didn't see this game yesterday, it's... A lot of people compare it with Animal Crossing. I can't answer that honestly, because I've not played Animal Crossing. But I know it does have similarities, like I know Animal Crossing you have where you can catch bugs and fish and all that. But it does have like sort of a Minecraft-y, sort of like a Stardew Valley-esque kind of stuff going on with it. And all that good stuff. But we kind of work through everything, and you work on like building a little village and all that. And the way it works in purpose, like in general, is you get permit points from doing just about everything in the game, from fishing to catching bugs to farming to all of that. Alright, we got the fish on the very first go. Love to see it. So next up, we're looking for a tiny yellow butterfly, which is supposed to show up in the jungle parts of the map, which is where we're at now. Or tropical, I think is what they call it. But you also get permit points from doing tasks around the map and all that. Donating stuff to the museum, which works like the museum in pretty much all of these games. We've got cassowaries and our super dangerous murder birds. Okay, and I have tons of inventory space, so... You can run around and try and do that. I think it's just another Blue Moon one. Ah, it's fine. That'd be too much of pain to work my way around. I don't think it's a new one. Yep, we got echidnas and all that. Did I see one? Go away, murder bird. I thought I saw a little yellow butterfly over here. Okay. It's been a lot of fun. But see, maybe the cassowaries are nice, but they get mad at you from calling them murder birds? No. They started trying to murder me before I started calling them names. Ah. There we go. I've still got 4 more inventory slots available. We're looking for a tiny yellow butterfly. It's supposed to be available up here somewhere. I am in the tropics, right? Yeah, we're in the tropics. Regardless, I'll just keep catching things because it gets me levels in my catching stuff. And it also has the potential benefit of if we get enough levels in the catching stuff that I might get, like... I can't... Depth perception is so hard with the butterflies. 3 more spots. Yep, the museum wants one of everything. I've already dropped off the butterfly in question at the museum. But that was a previous day when we didn't have a thing to go get one. Got 2 more spots available. Just not expecting to get bounced back. Alright, 1 more. The other one's just a little harder to see than the others because it's a bit smaller. And it's not as high contrast. Okay, so with this, we should be able to just run down. We don't have the one I need for the quest thing. But it's not the end of the world if I don't get the quest done. I just miss out on some points. Am I going the right way or am I going farther away? This is the right way over here. Plus, if I happen to see one on the walk home, I can just swap it out for one I've already caught. That's a dragonfly. That was new. Where'd you go? I don't have one of you. Oh, I guess it's a pygmy fly? Alright. Pockets are full. Yes, I would like to swap it. And get one of the blue moon, because I got tons of them. Okay. Yeah, so what we can do here... I do wish on my map I could have, like... I could put, like, a marker or two and be like, hey, that's the direction I want to go. Just so I don't have to pull up the map quite as much. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, so just trying to get these things, but ultimately you've got a couple different things you're dealing with. You've got currency, like just straight up, they're called dinks. That's just straight up money. You use it like you do money. There's not a whole lot to add there. It's money. But then you also got permit points. And permit points are what let you have better equipment and all that. They don't have like a monetary thing, like they don't buy things, but they give you the ability to, in the future, buy or make things, that kind of stuff. And so, the way you get both those points is you get the money by just selling stuff. That's pretty straightforward, not a whole lot to add there. The permit points you get by doing certain things to town, such as going to the museum and dealing with its stuff. And whatnot. Alright, so I believe you wanted the fish. Welcome to the museum. What could I get for you? I'd like to chat. What do you want to chat about? This is for you. You really found... Oh, I'm sorry. I did not. My apologies. Oh, you don't have one at all. Let me know if you get one. It must have been you who wanted the fish. Welcome to John's Goods. How can I help you? That's one to chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? You got a job for me? Wait a sec. Are you carrying a fly? Could I buy the fly from you? I'm willing to pay money. Sure. Cheers. Pleasure doing business with you. Oh. It must have been Fletch who wanted... Yes, Fletch... Yeah, Fletch wanted the fish. We can go ahead and donate whatever we can to the museum. I don't think there's much we have to donate. Just the dragonfly thing, the pygmy fly. Money for a fly? Look, man, he really wanted a fly. Oh my! A pygmy fly. Our collection is currently missing a pygmy fly. Are you willing to donate it? Take it. Your generosity is outstanding. Please accept 100 permit points, a small token of gratitude. Alright, so... I never walked over here. I guess like a big terrarium kind of thing. In this exhibit, and it lists what's in there. Okay. So needless to say, we just go here and here, and you can see the various stuff we've caught swimming around and all that. I wonder... I'm imagining if we were to go into our... the pedia kind of thing. Yeah, so it's got a museum symbol. So like the mangrove jack and the river bass I have not donated. And we haven't caught that many different fish. So we'll need to deal with that. First, let's get you your... whatever this was. I'll tell you what, it's nice to always bump into you, Rual Storge. Need anything? This is for you. You really found a blue spot flathead? Yep. Thank you very much, Rual Storge. I'll tell you what, you're always helping me out. Here's a reward. Please take it. We got a green bed. Nah, I wasn't fast enough, so he's closed for the day. It's fine. That does mean my inventory is super full, and I cannot get rid of these right this second. So we'll just quick stack some stuff in here and go looking for the air butterfly. So go here, quick stack. Go over here. Quick stack. Drop off the grass seeds there for right now, because I don't figure we plant those. So we don't have much inventory space. Oh, I could drop the... brewing some bush lime. So we still want the yellow butterfly if we can make it happen. In the meantime, the other tasks I have... Sorry, those aren't the ones I'm looking for. These ones. Smash 3 ore rocks, smash 6 rocks. The smash rocks. So we're gonna run up this way. And break some plain old rocks. Okay, now I don't need to break any more regular rocks. We need to break ore rocks. But we'll run up towards the tropics, see if we can't find the little yellow butterfly, and if I happen to see ore rocks, we'll break those too. Oh, missed one. I'm gonna avoid catching the butterflies I know we already have. just because that's not going to do any good for us. Okay, so we got that. Let's try and find this butterfly real fast. Are you different? I'm just not recognizing you. That is a different butterfly. We have not caught that one before. And now I've caught 2 of that one I hadn't caught before. Okay. So trying to make the yellow one happen. It's just hard to make out the yellow against all the green. You got 2 more spots left. And this net is probably 1 or 2 bugs away from breaking. I thought I saw one down here, but I guess not. Not the yellow butterfly, just a butterfly in general. Alright. And I am curious, because we've had permits that have given us, like, really good utility benefits. As well as, like, more inventory and our stuff like that. So I do wonder if we gain enough levels in, like, the bug catching or fishing or whatever. It will get some, like, pretty wild upgrades to be able to trivialize some of the stuff. Pretty sure I already got one of you. Yeah, it's just a blue moon. I'm not an expert in butterflies at all. So, it can be hard for me to kind of tell the differences in a bunch of them when you can barely make them out because they're flapping around. I'm gonna suspect my next net is probably my last use of the net. That's a blue moon. That's a blue moon. That's a blue moon. It does mention that the blue moon butterflies are basically everywhere. But so the yellow butterfly, I would find it in the tropics, which is where I'm at. That's just like fireflies sparkling, but they're not actual things I can catch. Alright. Just the one more inventory spot until the net breaks. We'll start working our way back home. If I don't catch it, I don't catch it, that's fine. Alright, so home is basically straight south. I'm gonna try and stay in the general tropics area just in case we happen to see it on the way by. I would say that firefly was different, like, from all the ones appearing and disappearing, so it's like, oh, that's a real thing I can catch. So that'll give me a firefly to trade away. The game also does not pause on those prompts, so if I were to just stay there trying to read its dialogue with all those enemies around, they would have probably just mauled me to death. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what we just caught a minute ago. Yeah, okay, so we just basically generally follow the river and it'll take us home. So no luck on the little yellow butterfly. That's okay. We got everything else done today, so we did get a lot of goodies out of it. What we'll probably want to do is when we go to the store next time, I'm pretty sure we're going to want to just buy a new net, because this one's got like 1 catch left in it. Okay, in the meantime, we could stack all your stuff away. Stack all this stuff away. We can grab the copper and start smelting it. That's still making jam. We've got all that supposedly growing. Oh, hey, alligator, how you doing? Crocodile, whatever you are. Critter. We're gonna go ahead and just catch something, since we can buy a new one tomorrow anyways. Grab a bunch of flowers and such. Okay, and you popped out your copper bar. Oh, it's just right down there. I figure I might as well have a completely filled inventory for the next day so I can just sell stuff. Just makes it easier. Okay, so nothing new to add to the rest of that. We can just go to bed. And it'll be good for tomorrow. So, as a reminder, we are raising money for Hope for the Day. For those who aren't familiar with Hope, perfect timing bot. For those who aren't familiar with Hope for the Day, it is a charity that raises money for helping with proactive suicide prevention. So instead of waiting till like everything's at like kind of the crisis point, they do try and get ahead of it to help people before they're on that, you know, on that ledge. In addition to that, they also do a lot of work to destigmatize mental health and all that good stuff. Get people having those dialogues. Again, that's part of suicide prevention, you know, getting it normalized where people are like, hey man, I'm having a tough day. Hey man, I'm having a rough one. You know, get that conversation happening because I can do so much to prevent those things. But it's a very good cause. It is something I very heavily believe in. But we are raising money for that charity. This is the 3rd year we've been doing it, and it is a wonderful group. For those who don't know, when it comes to younger people as defined by like mid-teens, like 14 to like all the way into young adulthood of like 30s, suicide is the 2nd leading cause of death in that age, preventable death, sorry, in that age group. So it is a very, very big issue that there are very few people out there who don't know someone who has taken their own life. So it is a very important cause. They're doing a lot to destigmatize. They're the ones, if you've ever heard the phrase, it's okay to not be okay, that's their slogan. That's the one who, like, they're, again, trying to normalize it, being like, hey, you know what, it's okay to, like, wake up and be like, you know what, today's not a good day, like, I'm not having a great time, and maybe let me talk to a friend about it. It's much better than the approach that we used to have, again, about just, you gotta be tough, conceal, don't feel, bottle it all up, all that garbage. That's not good. So they're trying to help get people normalized to being like, hey, you know what, let's talk about it. Let's have that conversation. And also, you know, if you're not in a place that you can have that conversation, being able to be comfortable talking about that as well, being like, hey, I can't be that shoulder right now. These are all important things. Alpha Beast. So we have a crafting request for... You want a crafting table. And you want me to kill an alpha bush devil. Oh yeah, and that was, historically people got institutionalized, and that was not good for anyone. Like, we're doing so much more to help approach things in way less awful ways. I have a donation. Oh, what have you brought me? Okay, and that's a duplicate of that one, so we got 2 new bugs for the museum. Oh my! You have quite a few new and amazing specimens not yet in our museum. Would you be willing to donate these? Yep. Your generosity is outstanding. Okay. Just trying to rush through because this is repeat dialogue. Yeah, no, exactly. We don't need to elaborate on it more, but yeah, no, exactly. This person disagreed with me adamantly, and therefore... alright. Hello there, Rual Storge. What can I do for you? I would like to apply for a license. Alright then. So I got 3,000. It's interesting, I don't know what the deep diving into the mines does, but that'll be an interesting. We can get the better metal detector. We can get the thing where we can raise animals that I don't have the first thing. We can get an extra tool belt slot. That's a big one. The windmill might be big. The signs aren't really that important. We'd be able to make waterfalls. The vehicle license is interesting. You'd be able to potentially brew advanced drinks. I think I'm gonna go with the tool belt slot. It's kind of the most mundane of all the things there. That has like the least variance of stuff going on, but also just straight up useful. So you want... Oh, I need also to ask, what do you want? Let's chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? Need anything? Ah, are you interested in buying a red comfy shoes? I'll give you a good deal. I'll give it to you for 3... No, thank you. Was the price too high? Yes. Yes, it was. Right, so I wanted to make... Alright, so I got multiple things. The crafting table is the thing I need for the board thing. And I don't have a bird coop, so let's build that. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Yeah, why would you chase a waterfall when you can just straight up build one? Oh, I think, didn't you want the crafting table? Hello there, Rual Storge. What can I do for you? Let's chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? I completed your request. Oh, Bonza, you crafted me a crafting table? Here you go. Boom, give. Thank you a lot, Rual Storge. When I put in that post, I knew you would be the one to pull through for me. Here's your 5,221. Okay, and we've done a bunch of things on the board, so it gave us more permit points. Yep, and all these crops are growing, so that's good. And our growing person is already left. Let's see what you need for your daily thing. First playthrough. I did play briefly when it very first came out in early access, but it was like 1 or 2 streams just to kind of get a feel for it. And I was like, I'll come back when it's done. So it's not technically my first playthrough, but I've not actually done a proper playthrough of it. I want to chat. What do you want to chat about? Apparently it's her birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, I can't believe you remembered my birthday. You really didn't need to get me a gift, Rual Storge. Take this. Have a harlequin butterfly? Many thanks, Rual Storge. I don't often receive birthday gifts, so this one is very much appreciated. Welcome to the museum. I was gonna ask you if you needed anything. Got a job for me. You know what? I haven't got anything for you to do. Yeah, no, we fought an alpha ammo yesterday on stream. Alright, so I got some for giving out a gift on someone's birthday. Welcome to John's Goods. How can I help? I want to talk. What do you want to chat about? Got a job for me? Got a real hankering for something to eat. Think you could bring me something to eat? I can do that. Thanks, Rual Storge. Looking forward to it. Sell goods. So for right now, all these bugs and stuff we got, sell all that. And the green bed for right now. Let's see. Up and all, I'll give you 8,745. Okay. We got the coop. Figure that out later. I think that's enough to build my house. Hello there, Rual Storge. What can I do for you? About my house. Let's take a look. Ah, so you're interested in applying for a house deed? I'll just let you know that there is a $95,000 upfront fee. Oh, and once you've applied for the deed, you'll have to source your own construction materials. So are you interested in a house of your own? I want to apply for a house. Alright. I'll take the $95,000 from you. Cool. As soon as it's full, you'll find the construction will be completed overnight. Don't worry, I hire very quiet workers. You won't hear a peep out of them. I hope you're looking forward to your new house. Okay. Building materials required for construction. Should I place the building materials inside? Yes, because I have no idea what I need. So I have 3 of those. I have the nails, and I have the planks already on standby. All required materials have been deposited. I did notice we are finally getting to the point that I'm getting low on gumwood tree planks. I also need to replace that net, because I forgot about that. That was fast. Yeah, I hoard. Oh, that's a bug net. Catch the creepy crawlies. Will you do it for 1,100? Yep. Very good. Thank you for your purchase. Okay, so checking on our tasks. You want me to kill the alpha bush devil, and you want me to get something for John to eat. John likes... I mean, I don't know if it's like his love or whatever. John has been content in the past that I've given him fresh cooked fish. Freshwater fish cooked. So just... get ourselves the fish real fast. And that's enough. So really quickly cook that fish. Now get John all sorted. And then I'll be honestly just processing materials. Excuse me? Okay. In the meantime, we can go into this box. Drop off the flowers. We can give John the fish and sell the lime jam. Well, Johns, want to chat. This is for you. You really found something to eat? Fresh cooked fish. You beauty. You always pull through for me, Rual Storge. Let me give you this in exchange. Cool. And you just gave me a regular burger. You didn't give me the burger with lots of the fixins. You just gave me a plain old burger. Actually, where normally I've been... Well, we'll sell that one. It doesn't give me that much in the way of buffs. Let's see. All up, I can offer you 3,100. Very good. Take these items and here. This is yours. Thank you for visiting. Alright, so. let's go ahead and get rid of a couple of the tree stumps. Or, yeah, logs, stumps, whatever. Stumps, that's the word. Get that done. And what do you have for the last one? Find some buried treasure. And sorted. Alright, so from there, we'll drop these off really fast. And then we can go after the alpha beast, whatever. Get a bunch of things done. So one of the things I am planning with a bunch of this is... once we get to the point of having people's relationship, whatever you want to call it, maxed out, I probably won't worry about, like, their day-to-day missions anymore. Just because it'll just take too much time and effort that I don't want to deal with. Okay. So we can drop all this in. I could also go here and... make some banana preserves or whatever they are. And as far as the rest of that, we won't worry about that. I do have the burger to eat for when we're going now. Is the beast in the same place as last time? Yeah, it's way down there. Alright, so let's go get that beast. We'll just, you know, walk up, sing and kill the beast. Stab it a whole lot, eat some food, stab it a whole lot more. Typical things. Oh, hey, big thing of food. Just grabbing stuff on the way by so we can sell and all that. Giving myself more things we can eat. So during the fight with the alpha beast, if I have to eat food for bonuses, I don't have to juggle my inventory as much. Let's actually deal with that here. So get this out of my inventory and put this here. So I got some stuff I can grab and eat in a hurry. Alright. Weirdly, all the music's gone. That's a blue moon again. And we're basically wearing whatever they offer to trade for or give us. So if our set, or if our clothing seems like really bizarrely mixed, that's precisely why. That they're like, I'll give you this hat if you trade me. So I was like, deal, wearing the new hat. So they have been giving us white ribbons a lot. Really wish you wouldn't zoom in so far. Every time we go do the map. No, you're a Harlequin. I was like, is that a new butterfly? It just took me to recognize as a Harlequin. Alright, so I think the beast is right up here around the corner. Yeah, we're basically right on target, just ahead of us. There it is. I definitely need to draw it out of the trees, so I can actually fight it and see what I'm doing. Come on, recharge. There we go. Oh, come on. Okay. Just running around a minute, giving a moment to have the fire on the ground disappear. Okay. So my worry is our spear is actually wearing out. And I do not have confidence that we can pull off trying to craft a new one without like fully disengaging from this thing. But I might be able to get away if I get low enough with hitting it with the axe. Ooh, oh, bad dodge there. Alright, tried to run away. Yeah, our spear has like 2 hits left on it. Alright. Handled smoothly. Poke. 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 I'm mostly just wasting the spear to get rid of it. Poke. 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 Alright, maybe I had more life left in it than I thought. There it goes. Okay. Just grabbing all these plants as we work our way up. Cool, yeah, so we got the animal one. Let's see, it needs acids and a cuddle. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, usually it's not a good sign if you're barfing up literal fire. I don't know what it's a sign of, I just can't imagine it's good. Alright, so we got all that. Where's town? Okay, we're already, like, basically on track. I got plenty of inventory space. If I see any ore along the way, I'm down to grab it. Because we always need more of that. Now we could turn this in, and this pays like 33,000. Wait, are you a new bug? Nope, you are not. Yeah, pickaxe is getting pretty close to done. So you can probably push through and mine this area real fast. And that might be enough to wear out the pickaxe. So we can get ourselves another one, level it up a little bit, get ourselves access to more mining permits to get better pickaxes. I'm assuming our next mining permit will probably give us the better furnace. I've been finding iron, but I can't do anything with it yet. I've gotta get a better smelter or something to be able to work with it. Yay! Got a red black spider and immediately put it in our pocket. It's just the way you do these things. Got some more quartz over there. Got another chunk of rocks over here. Yeah, thing with the frog, that might be like I use an actual trap or something to get those. Because I know he's, like solidly landed the net on what it feels like a bunch of times. That wasn't one. And it never quite worked. Alright, so you pop over here real fast. Drop you all off. Pop in here real fast. Drop you all off. We got some of these things that are new here, so drop you two in there. I'm assuming these flowers will get used for something. We got a couple of bugs. And grab you. So we broke our spear. The spear is something I craft, so let's make a new one real quick. So get ourselves a new spear. We'll end up needing a pickaxe. Unfortunately, he's already closed for the day. Swim to shore, doggo. You don't need to die this day. Where is she? I think she's the one who wanted me to kill the alpha thing. Alright. And it did the thing for you. And she's gonna give me 33,000. Alright. The only reason I'm not reading their dialogue out loud right there at the moment is she's literally just repeating herself. So I figure, there's not... It's one of those things that always gets on defense of when you have repeat dialogue. Is it worth reading it a second time, or third time, or 10th time? Or are you better off not repeating it and doing all that? And it can kind of be 50-50. Alright, I don't know if the black spider is a new one. It is. Red black spider, donate. Oh my, a red black spider. Our collection is currently missing a red black spider. A red back spider, I'm sorry, not red black. Will you be willing to donate it? Take it. Your generosity is outstanding. Please accept the tokens. Okay. Is there any other tasks I've got on my list? Nope. So we just need to get 5 permanent residents. I'm assuming as the people come through, I just need to keep being nice to them and that kind of stuff. We did identify that, that's not the right tool, that as low on the gumwood. I'm just gonna grab that real fast. It's been a long time since I've mined any, so... Need to get more. Oh. Okay. We have learned things. I can just smash a beehive to get bees and honey. Ah, you're closed today, it's fine. Because I was wondering, because I couldn't interact with this beehive after I put it back up on the tree. And so it's kind of like, huh, I don't really know the point, the plan, whatever. I wonder if we'll get the ability to, like, make a hive box or whatever. Alright. People also mentioned I could grow trees. So maybe also try and make an orchard over here. Doing this one little spot of raised land here. And I'll see if I can't make myself like a little orchard or whatever. Because the other farming where we just got that hoe, that works how I expected. But the other thing kind of caught me, where it's like, oh wait, I have to like dig a tile up, drop the fruit in, and then put it down. Okay. Gonna keep running back and forth. Lech, why are you running around wielding an axe? I haven't seen you cut any wood or imply you even do that. Alright. Only a couple more blocks left. I'll probably do is grab our fruit-bearing tree stuff. Okay, now's enough. So, soil mover, which is straight forward, you moved soil. Stump for removing stumps. We get a whole bunch of permit points for the day. So let's go to our box and put all our edible stuff in there. And we'll grab the lime out, we'll grab this out. Yeah, so I got 3 types of trees. Okay, not the most elegant way to do it. There's probably shortcut keys I'm missing. But it's fine. Oh, you're not in the right spot. And then with that, we've got the bush lime all planted. Grab the next one, which will do the apple trees. Make it 2 tiles between the rows. Alright. And so it does recognize as planting trees. Buried fruit. Bury fruit and get fruit tree. You beauty. Here's a milestone for burying fruit. I was curious if that would work. It's fine. Alright, almost done getting all this sorted out. And I was debating how much I wanted to plant these. I was going to just do the 6, but I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's just go big. Those things I could do this once. And I don't think there's like any maintenance overhead, just picking the stuff. And just like that, I planted a ridiculous amount of trees. And then we can go through, we can plant more of the other trees. And slowly clean up the area. I still need more gumwood. We can keep clearing this out. And it'll also be interesting what I could do about replacing the tile on the ground so I don't have to like clean up all the brush. Okay. I imagine there's gonna be other things you can probably find and plant. It's also curious with the game that it clearly does have seasons in the game, because, you know, we're listed as in summer and all that. And I don't know if it's like most of the games that typically have like 4 seasons, or it'll be like you just go like spring, summer, fall, but no winter. Like I don't know what it's supposed to be depicting. I'd imagine it's all 4. But it does make me really curious with a lot of this. You know, how much you'd expect to get into all of that. I can definitely see this becoming a game that I wouldn't end up playing like super long-term on the channel. Because I feel like it would start to get into that repetitive side for like the viewership standpoint. But it does very much feel like the kind of game that, you know, if you're just wanting to kind of go low energy, just chill and play a game, that you could sink a lot of time into. Just pop in and be like, yeah, I'll just take care of my crops today. Like, part of the only reason I'm putting all the effort into doing all of their requests that they keep asking me for is just the fact that they have a clear, like, happiness with you rating. It's like, okay, well, there's a max out. Once I get there, maybe I focus on it less. Alright, so we got a couple levels in hunting for murdering the alpha. Gained a couple levels on bug catching. Got a little bit of mining. Foraging came a long way. And we earned some decent money. Erwin is visiting. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Now I'm going to let myself have a little bit of furniture. Yeah, we can sell the honey. Pop over here. We could take your seeds and drop those off. Drop these seeds off. We gained a homemaker. Alright. Oh, Rual Storge. I wanted to let you know that the island's been cleared for 4 additional buildings. These buildings are additional houses. I've been told we can use them for whatever purpose we want. I'll let you decide whether the new house is storage, a display home, or a place for a friend to stay when they come to visit. You can even rent them out if you put up a rental sign. We're allowed 4 total here on the island. So come ask me for the deeds if you want to build one. Hello there, Rual Storge. What can I do for you? Let's talk about the town. Let's see. What exactly can I help you with? Can I see the deed? Okay, here's the current deeds. So, an extra house for the town. We just have, okay, so they're just different color houses. It's fine. 95,000. So it's basically the same cost as my own home. So are you gonna apply for the house deed? Just so you know, this will put the town 95,000 dinks in debt. Oh, don't worry, we'll pay it off in no time. There's a donation box in the base tent. Are you gonna apply for a house deed? Yep. Great, we're all set. I'll give you the deed and you can decide where to place it. Once placed, check the deposit box on the build site. We won't be able to start construction until we have all the required materials. So, the quicker you have everything we need, the quicker we can start construction. Cool, so we can get a new house. Now let's actually do what I was originally gonna do in here, which is to chat. Do you need anything? I did need a hand in something. Do you think you could find, Zero-ring shell, whatever? It's fine. I'll help. Bonza. Also, I will forget, so let's just do this real fast. I think I only remembered because I looked at the bottom left and it's like water your plants as an objective. Okay. Because they mean you get the visitors to stay permanently. I think that's the intent, is saying get people to like move in. Let's see. Shipping request. You want 27 yellow wattle flowers for Kish. The Animal Research Center is offering an increased reward for each croco delivered in the limited time. We probably won't be able to capture any of those, but I'll still put it on the list. I don't have any... Oh, actually, that's not true. I do have stuff for you. Wait, is it different bees? Oh! Welcome to the museum. What can I do for you? I have a donation. Oh, what do you have to donate? Did you ever want a bunch of bees and a cicada? Oh my. That's quite a few new specimens, not in our museum. Would you be willing to donate these? Yup. Your generosity is outstanding. Here's your 300 permit points. Is there anything else? Yep, so now we're gonna go through the dialogue to see if there's anything they want. Do you need anything? Oh, you have a mining license, right? Do you think you could help me by rustling up a bag of cement? It'd be really helping me out. I'll do it. Okay, that's fine. Let's go check on Irwin here. Welcome to Irwin's... Oh yeah, I was like, welcome to Irwin's barn. How can I help you? I want to chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? You got a job for me? Well, I kind of need a hand getting 5 sand dollars. Think you could help me with that? I can do that. Just got the Irwin reference? Yeah. Thanks a bunch, Rual Storge. I don't even know what, like, accent or anything we're going for here. So you have an animal brush. Oh, that's an animal feeder. You put animal feed in there to feed animals. Yep, I'll take it. Very good. Here you are. Animal brush. Oh, that's an animal brush. It cleans dirty animals to stop them from getting sick. That'll be $3,200. Or dinks. Thank you for the purchase. I would like animal food. Oh, that's animal feed. Farm animals can munch on this. It'll be 100. Alright, so I'm gonna need at least some. I don't know how much. It's inexpensive, so I'm gonna grab 20 stacks. Very good. There you are. Thank you for the purchase. Oh, that's a baby chook. She's a cutie, right? If you got a good home for her, she's all yours for 5,000 dinks. I'll give her a home. Oh, great. Now, I think we should give her a name. Sandra? The default name is Sandra? Alright, chat. At first, it's gonna be like we could bid this out for charity or whatever, but I'm like, I probably will maybe do 1 or 2 more streams of this at the most. So would that feel kind of like a bummer in the sense of having someone pay for so it's gonna be very brief? But yeah. She is very squawky though. Names are hard, chat. Well, in the meanwhile, while I try to figure out what the heck the name is going to be, as a reminder, we are raising money for Hope for the Day today. And what we can actually... Well, actually, I don't think it paused. No, it is paused right now. No, it is not paused. Time is still passing. Time is still passing on this naming thing. We are literally losing time of sunlight and day and all that while we wait to name this animal. 5,000 dinks. There we go. This is so great. Please, take good care of 5,000 dinks. I'm gonna miss her. I don't know if she actually assigned or not. Okay, let's get back to dealing with things. So I need... There's the food trough thing. Please stop running in the water. I don't know when I released her, if I actually released her and I considered her home. I guess we're gonna find out. Because, I don't know. Animal handler. Giving an animal a new home is a great thing. Here's a milestone for buying a new animal friend. Does it need to be fenced in? I don't know. The game has never given me any indicator that it does. So, we'll figure it out as we go, I guess. Alright. Welcome to John's Goods. How can I help? I wanted to chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? Got a job for me? If I remember correctly, you can usually catch eye-striped surgeon fish in the North Oceans at this time of year. That's one I haven't caught. If you see it, do you think you can catch one? Sure, it's a new fish. Bloomin' Ripper. Thanks, mate. Welcome, John's Goods. How can I help? Sell goods. Right. What do you got? I will sell mead, a bee, a butterfly, and that's what you're getting. Let's see. All in up, I can offer you 7,670 dinks. Sounds good. Cool. All right. So, right, we have the house deed. So I kind of like sticking to the idea of like living along the river. Having a bunch of like waterfront property kind of thing. Having that like one like communal square kind of thing or whatever it is. So building the next house like right over here, because then we can add a path. Yeah, because then we can add like a pathway along the water or whatever. Building materials are required to begin construction. Would you like to place the materials? Sure. So we need more of a lot of things. Let's track that, place that. Okay. So that's not going to be the immediate priority because that's not super duper time sensitive. We can get to it as we get to it. What we can do though is if we check our tasks, you want 27 yellow wattle. That should be easy. I probably have that laying in a box right here. There's the 27 yellow wattle. So you turn that in for instant gratification. Want to chat. Complete your task. And sure did. Thanks a lot, Rual Storge. You really saved me. I didn't think I'd get that shipment filled. Here's your 12,892 dinks. Alright, next task on the list. So you want a sturgeon fish. I probably have these two just laying around. And the bag of cement. The bag of cement takes a minute to process. I could just go like this real fast. And that's a bag of cement happening. Yeah, so yeah, the bag of cement happening. Searinks and sand dollars. Try and get those. That's not this box, that's the other box. Hey, Inns, how's it going? I've already forgotten how many wanted. I think it was 6? 5 sand dollars, 6 of the string shell, so... There's the sand dollars. Ah, so I need 6 of those. That's gonna take me some fussing. For those who don't know, the Instant are fantastic content creator. Been playing, I've already blanked. It was Blueprints you've been playing? Yeah, Blueprints and Oblivion Unmastered. No, it was Oblivion Remastered. I'm sorry, I'm juggling people in my head. Does stream in German, but good content over there. So if you do speak German, definitely someone to check out. Wait, what? I skipped prompts. Oh, that's a new one. Definitely someone worth checking out. Oh, we could donate you. A Tau Emerald Dragonfly is what we got. So let's go ahead and get that. Alright. So most of the rest of the stuff I don't need to worry about with them right now. It was a fine day. Sneak peek your new emotes tomorrow. National holiday there. Nice. Okay, and I'd like to apply for license because I got a lot of points. I've been kind of focusing just here at the top. Yeah, because we could get the better metal detector. And the hunting license. Allows the holder to craft better weapons, unlocks trapping license. Copper spear, copper hammer. Brock teeth bat. Oh snap. Alright, copper spear, I guess. Oh, that's weird. Like, it updated the icon here. Oh, I didn't realize... Okay, so we want to break our other spear. I didn't realize it was making an additional spear. Okay, so... Let's run to the north, because it mentioned North Ocean. I could catch the surgeon or whatever. Let's see. Then he got stuck in a cave in Oblivion and couldn't find a way out. Oh, interesting. I definitely had one cave that I've been playing, because I've been playing Oblivion more offline. It just was things that for streaming purposes it was underperforming. You know, which is what it is. Like, it was really underperforming. Which is a bummer, but, you know, it was one of those things that comment was a very likely thing to happen. But, there was definitely one cave that I ended up doing... Okay, hang on. Fair enough. I just saw an X on the beach. I'm like, okay. Alright, so let's try and get over here to way out in the ocean area. And see what happens. See if we can't catch whatever this giant fish is. I actually don't even know if the giant fish just sounds like a big one. But it does sound like I'm gonna need stuff for, like, that the one shell the person wants 6 of is a rare shell. And I think that's literally the one right in front of me, maybe? The spiral? Nope, that's a different one. I've got one of the shells we're looking for. Because you remember that cave from the old games? It's the one with all the bears and one-way doors. Oh, I didn't... That wasn't the one I found. There's one that's like... To progress to the later part of the cave, I had to drop through the floor. It took me a while to find the spot because... You know, I saw it as a dead end. I did kind of a turnaround and I went and moved on. And it wasn't until I'm like, there's definitely more to this cave. Like, I hear the enemies somewhere else here and all that. That I finally, like, circled back and spotted the hole in the floor I'd missed in the first pass. Okay. I mean, all these are going to end up being new fish, and I'm going to have inventory problems, aren't I? Oh, my pockets are already full. Is there something we really don't care about? I was looking to see if I had just, like, one unit of something to toss. Okay, so I need the spiral shells, which I've got 3. Alright, so we're not fishing is what's happening right now. The spider? I could have tossed the spider. That actually wouldn't have been a bad idea. Let's toss the spider. Alright, let's try and get these shells sorted. I mean, part of it is I'm noticing these X's on the ground. It wouldn't let me throw it back in the water in a place not suited for it. Okay. Sliding handle is one we haven't seen before, so that's the reason I'm like, okay. That's easy to come by as well. Circuit board's one I actually really need. Okay. There's so many different varieties of these. Honestly, get rid of the hardwood, I guess. I get more of that easy enough. That's not where I needed it. A button board. Just break the pickaxe. It's got like 2 hits left on it. The pickaxe is like basically completely spent. There. And our inventory spot freed. The vampire needs a blood science rituals. Okay, so we're working our way down here, because this is where we cleared previously, I'm suspecting. And I did not find enough of the shells I'm looking for, unfortunately. It does look like the shells respawn, but it looks like it takes a pretty good amount of time. Okay, there's another one of the ones we needed. So that's 4, and I needed 6. I wasn't kidding when I was like, these are rare. It's hard times because you don't give blood that easy. You think it's your upgrade melt detecting? That could be. Alright, I'm gonna throw out the bag of cement. I should have done that sooner with how much we're running around. As there's so many of these shells. Okay. Never mind. Okay, we'll do this lap. Just grabbing what we can. I'll drop off what we can. What? Okay, I need the hot cylinder as well. Nope, nope, don't do that. You're the crappy spear. Yeah, better. I need to go back and drop stuff off. I need to do it, and I keep not doing it, and it keeps making my problems worse. I definitely want that thing, though. I can probably drop the copper axe. It's basically spent. I'm assuming that's something I can wear. Yep, alright, let's go ahead and get stuff turned in. We're way past inventory full. Do we get enough special shells? We did. I just figured there's a little bit of trek out here. I want to just grab everything not bolted to the ground. Okay, so home is pretty much straight west. I'm gonna cross over here. It's a little concerning. I gotta go over here. But so you're in the hospital for a couple of months ago with pneumonia. It took over 30 minutes along 3 or 4 different people to find a vein. Sick. Oh yeah, that's no fun. Yep. They used a baby monitor to try and find a vein. Your arm was apparently pregnant. I don't even know how that would work. But I'm also not a doctor, so... So shell, yeah, for getting a lot of shells. Alright. Oh, there's that tower over there. I got a bunch of junk that could potentially go into it. So we can just toss it in there while we're on the way by. And we can then from there turn in the stuff we've got for the different people. This thing looks broken. There's parts missing. Should I play some? Sure. So what's still missing? Because we know the circuit board. Gotcha. So I need 5 wire, a battery, and all that. I don't think we have any more circuit boards. I believe that's literally the first circuit board we found. So I'll probably do that. Oh, baby monitor looking thing. Oh, yeah, no, if they did that, that's, what is it? It's not, is it sonogram? Because that's what they use for vein studies. Is the same kind of thing as they put a gel on it and they just run it. It's got like a little metal plate on it, but otherwise, you know, like it looks like a baby monitor, you just kind of slide it along. And sometimes make a little da-da-da-da-da noise from it, like a little sound effects kind of sound. It's using sound to map stuff out. Sound waves, I guess I should say, not sound itself. Okay, so let's grab the stone, because we need to make cement. Fetch. And is it for... Yeah, so we got a higher level hunting licenses available to us now. So we need to go to you, because I don't remember who needs what. I'm just going to give stuff to whoever. I can't see anything in this murk. Is that you, Rual Storge? This is for you. You brought me 6 of the Syrup shells? Yup. Thank you very much, Rual Storge. I'll tell you what, here's for helping me out. A reward, please take it. Cobblestone paths. Neat. So that means I could drop off those shells in there. Also drop the animal feed in there. And most of the rest of this I could drop in here real fast. Meanwhile, what else do we have to turn in? We did not find the fish. We need 5 sand dollars for Irwin and cement for Theodore. So let's go back in here. It's not in here, it's over here. Alright, so Irwin and Theodore we got stuff for. Hey there, Rual Storge. What do you need today? Here you go. You brought me 5 sand dollars? Yep. Wackadoo. Rual Storge pulls through again. Thanks again, Rual Storge. And reward of cash. Cash is my favorite reward. G'day, Rual Storge. How could you help you on this beautiful night? This is for you. Oh, you found a bag of cement? Yep. Thank you, Rual Storge. I'd shake your hand, thanks, but it might be inappropriate. Alright. I'm gonna be honest here. Between a handshake and handing me a meat on a stick, the handshake seems the less weird of those two things. When you're in the hospital, they took blood from your feet because they couldn't find a not poked vein in your arms? Yeesh. Shaking hands equals holding hands equals lewd. Alright, so we chucked a bunch of stuff on the ground. So we've got palm wood and hardwood. We don't... Oh, I need to work on that. That's what we need to do. Just gotta saw my wood. What are the other ones we had here? Trap and deliver an animal, hunt for animals. Oh, I'm not too worried about that. I'd rather just work on this stuff. Because I needed a lot more planks. I also need more nails, now I think about it. I like how it gets after midnight and it just changes to be like late. It doesn't bother like quantifying it. I think it's just like, no, it's late. That's what it is. Oh, that's weird that we can make another bulletin board. Get the nails. Alright. Because then what we could do is run by the house we started, and this might be enough materials to actually construct it. Alright. And swap you out. Let's see, mud crabs are still very still more powerful than any boss in Dinkum. I don't know, like I want to say when I first played Dinkum, like the only properly strong enemy at the time I had last played was just the one alpha whatever it was that we've already fought today. But I mean, that was like super early access. Okay. So we got everything I need, except I need 2 more, of the metal sheets. Mud crabs are the most powerful enemies in Skyrim. I clearly am missing something with the mud crabs. The mines are quite annoying before you know what you're doing. Mud crabs stronger than dragons? Is it something like people recorded video of like the dragon getting in a fight with a mud crab by being mind controlled, but because of the hitbox, the dragon couldn't hit it, so the mud crab defeated it? Like, am I missing something with that? Is there anything else we need to work on? Oh, did our little chicken friend come back? Okay, cool. The chicken thing did come back. No, you're just trying to be funny? Gotcha. Well, that's the kind of thing, like, you know, it's funny, but it's also those the kind of things that do happen in these, like, kind of games, where you have some, like, random, obscure enemy that just because it's, like, it's got a weird hitbox or attack animation or something like that, that even though, from any practical standpoint, shouldn't stand a chance, it ends up being something that, like, you could defeat the toughest enemy in the game with this one, like, sad little enemy in the game. The other question is, so we're apparently taking a tin ingot, and we're putting it on the table saw, so one assumes we're cutting it thin to make sheets of tin. And the big question I have is how on earth am I cutting a tin ingot to get a thin piece of tin out of it, where I don't get more than one? What, because, like, unless it was, like, already very thin, you're just narrowly, like, nicking it to be a little bit narrower, you would have another side to it. You'd have, like, the leftover. Okay, the only reason I'm waiting on this is once we get the second piece of tin, I can have the house started, and I'll reduce the number of days I need to. The mud crabs are hard to hit because they're small size, and because Skyrim you can't stab things underwater while swimming like you could in Oblivion. Gotcha. Alright, and with that we'll have a house going. So I can hopefully have people move in permanently. And then tomorrow we'll have the beginnings of a house. Or a completed house, I don't know. Our house took just 1 day to build. But I think that's just a special thing to make it not be a weird thing where you see the structure going up around you. I think Toon's home. Yeah. Alright, hang on, chat. I'm gonna run downstairs. My wife just got home. I'm gonna throw some food in the oven and all that. I'll be right back. But thank you again for tuning in. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Alright. Of course. Of course. What? What? We just straight up got a mage blood from I don't even know where. It was just some random unique we found. That thing's like, this is not the way I should have done this. Oh well, it's too late to turn around and rethink our choices. That is death right there. Bully, 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 bully. I don't know if that was a zombie hitting us or if that was us falling down. I am uncertain. Destroy it all. I hate all of this. This was a mistake. No, 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 no. Okay. I'm still way not out of danger. Okay, that was really, really bad. Because I got cut off and I saw the bushes, and that was really bad. Trees are the real enemy. Never trust a tree. They will betray you at your moment of weakness. They will look you in the eyes as you reach forward and say, please help me, and they will spit on your hand and slap it away and watch you fail. And by that I mean a zombie will walk through and grab you and bite you in the face. But, you know, sometimes you got to just talk it up a little. You do your best, Semi. You got this, buddy. They're totally dead. Alright. And this is March. This is the best month. And the reason it's best month is we're gonna go, woo, happy birthday to me. Oh. And here I was making the comment to myself earlier, it's like, you don't fire the gun when you left click it without. Unless you aim it. I would be wrong. That startled me.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you.
I need you to move. Let me in. Alright. Can... Oh no, I can't get out. There, get out. Yeah, that's what I've done, is I've told them to get out of the way, and they're just all... Yay! But I want to eat the pizza! Okay. Okay, just clarifying, that mole rat came out of the dirt, shot into orbit, and then fell to its death. Could someone clip that? Actively on fire? There's smoke coming out of that. That is an actively on fire building. I've not seen that before where you didn't start it yourself. Arrived. Welcome, Cookie.
Hello, sentient cookie. Ooh.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard Tomb like say ooh that I can think of. It's probably happened before, but like that I mean.
I don't just spontaneously say it. No.
Yeah, she doesn't just walk around and go, I like it, ew ew.
Oh no, ew.
She's like, ew, get it away. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I feel dirty. Stop it. What? That's bad. That's really bad. That's really bad. Get up. And we're safe. Whew. Nah, it's fine. We weren't moments away from death. Yeah, when I yelled, something has happened in our world. Something is really bad in our world. Oh no. What has happened here? Okay, sorry about that. So it was just I'm gonna hit escape. Tomb, one of her coworkers had like a going away party and all that, so I wasn't expecting her home for a couple of hours. So she ended up getting home earlier than expected. So it's just kind of one of those things that's like, wait, she's home? What do you mean she's home? All right, game should be popping up on the screen here again in just a moment. But while we're at a good pause point here real fast, come on, game, you can do it. It's fine. I'll deal with the game getting back to the screen in a minute. As a reminder, we are raising money for Hope for the Day. For those unfamiliar, I'm on the wrong scene. That's part of it. We are raising money for Hope for the Day. For those unfamiliar with Hope for the Day, it is a charity that works on proactive suicide prevention, as well as destigmatizing mental health. If you ever heard the phrase, "It's okay to not be okay," that is literally their slogan. That's exactly where I was going with that cookie. So while we're on this, like, we just finished a day, we paused. Let me go ahead and bring up their video. We'll do a quick watch of their video real fast. And then we can go from there. So let me rewind the video real fast. We're going to kill the game audio for just a second. Switch to display capture. There you go. And get that going. I'll be right back.
Mental health, like physical health, is something we all have. When we talk about mental health, it's usually about depression, anxiety, and thoughts of suicide. But what's not said is that it affects us all. Think of our mind like a bottle of soda. Life shakes us up. And inside, the pressure builds. That pressure is looking for somewhere to go. And if we don't release it, it grows. It grows to the point where we can't enjoy the things we used to, we can't leave the house, or even get out of bed. We have to find moments to open up and release it. It can be as small as sitting still and taking a deep breath. When we talk to each other about what's bothering us, the cap comes off and pressure releases. Forget the stigma, all of us need to talk about our mental health. Start the conversation with Hope for the Day. We are in this together.
All right. Yeah, so that's the video for Hope for the Day. Just want to get that off my screen real fast so I can actually manage things. Get the game audio back. But yeah, so that's who we're raising money for today. It is a very dear cause to me. It is like, it's both destigmatizing mental health. You're having a laugh, right? I must have missed what that was involved with. That was probably an old comment. But yeah, so it was, it's just one of those things that they do a lot to help with suicide prevention proactively. So not waiting till everything gets to like that crisis moment where they're at the cliff's edge, but trying to prevent people from getting to that edge. And a big part of that is destigmatizing mental health, being like, hey, we should be comfortable stopping and going, hey man, I'm having a difficult time. You got a minute? Like those kind of things. Being able to be comfortable being like, you know what? Today is just not a good day. And having those conversations. Because quite often, just that dialogue can take something from being a little difficult, you know, taking it from like that crisis state to making it just a little difficult, or even potentially getting it to where it's well managed. And I do a lot more on top of that, but that's kind of the big thing. As it mentioned at the beginning, I think it said it was something like 1 in 4 people who, you know, pass away preventably from the ages, I believe is 14 to 30. I probably have those age ranges not quite wrong. It's about 1 in 4 people, or so. I'm gonna have, forget that number. I'm gonna get it wrong. It's the second leading cause of death in people from 14 to 30 is suicide. So almost everyone out there is impacted by this, where if you don't directly know someone who has taken their own life, you know someone else who is dramatically impacted by, you know, someone taking their own life. So it is a very important cause, especially right now where there are a lot of vulnerable demographics who are having a particularly difficult time because of, we will not go into it deeper, current events is where we'll do it. So it is a charitable organization I think is going to be very, very important in the upcoming time. Is it 22 vets a day? Yeah, I don't know. It's very high. It's very high. So a big part of this is destigmatizing mental health. So, you know, people who are suffering in silence, that whether it's like talk to, you know, a therapist or a doctor or some other professional, or even just being comfortable talking to friends or family, being like, hey man, I'm struggling. Like, you know, and potentially having that touch moment where we don't end up like a lot of the people we lose that is like, oh, I never saw it coming. You know, you don't notice the warning signs that, you know, someone might be there and you get caught off by surprise when they're just gone. Because that's unfortunately a place that I have been, that you just get that phone call and been like, hey, Paul's not around anymore. You're like, what do you mean? Sorry, one moment. And it's just a very difficult thing. And you never see it coming. They seem as happy as can be, and they're suffering inside, and they're not comfortable sharing that. Very, very much, at least where I'm at, we grew up in my age range when we were in our teens, that you were expected to be tougher. You weren't expected to not cry. You're expected to not show vulnerability. That wasn't masculine of you. And it's just kind of one of those things that I'm glad we're moving in a direction. Sorry. I'm glad we're moving in a direction that, you know, when someone is having a difficult time, that they're more comfortable being able to reach out. And there's still a lot to do there. There's still a lot of stigma. There's still a lot of families and cultures and that where, again, it's seen as like kindness is seen as a weakness, that being emotional is seen as a weakness. And this is what we're trying to get rid of, that you can be authentic and be like, hey, you know what? I am having a tough time. I am having a difficult time. I don't know how I'm going to manage it. And talking about that. Because even if the person you talk to can't help you, they could potentially, that could be that red flag that says, hey, I need to try and convince this person to go to someone who can help. It's the whole thing. Let's see, at least the guard says, less than say more. The numbers both use still 22. Yeah, I mean, regardless, it's too many. All that. With respect, yes. It's good to talk about family and professional, but remember, they are a professional. They read from a book. No, I would disagree with that one, Harry. There are certainly some people who work in therapy are not great, and there's certainly some that are extremely well. But it is a tricky thing. You have people who have training to deal with that. You can actually do a lot of harm if you are trying to play the part of someone's therapist and you don't know what you're doing. At the same time, like I said, there are professionals who are more compassionate, put more effort into it, and you can just have it where you actually have a really good doctor, but the personalities are just very misaligned. Therapy is a very trial and error kind of thing. But yeah. But still, any attempt to help is still better than just letting people suffer in silence. Let's see, one of your oldest friends lost her husband, ex-army, suicide with her 2 kids, and house is awful. Yeah, one of my, the oldest one so far as people I lost, because I lost 3 people who are close to me to suicide. I lost one, like, right out of high school. It was, like, a couple months out of high school. Just was struggling with the current situation. Had started going in the military, didn't get through everything, kind of they went into depression while there, and got discharged, and then, you know, you get where that goes. But it was the last one also was married with kids, and I was friends with both the husband and the wife, and the husband did ultimately take his life, and that was not easy. Just trying to keep it together. But yeah. And that's the whole thing. Exactly. Emotions serve a purpose. Like, humanity is a social species. We live in community and all that. Emotions serve a purpose. Emotions are that thing that when one of us is struggling and, you know, you're crying or whatever, that it alerts the others around you to be like, hey, this person needs extra help. Because it is beneficial to everyone in the community to help everybody else in the community. It's always been like a survival thing to work together. So they do serve that purpose. Even anger. you know, there's certainly good and bad outlets for all these things. But yeah. But it's a whole thing. But it's a very important cause. And so yeah, the donations today, these don't go to me. They go directly to the charity. I don't see it. I mean, I can see the number up there, but I'm like not some middle person in there. It's one of the nice things about going through Tiltify is directly working with the charities. So we don't have to go through all, I don't even want, like, I wouldn't take on a charity where I had to act as the middleman for it, because just navigating even taxes would be a whole thing.
Enjoy, husband.
Thank you, wifey.
The potatoes really good.
The potatoes do look good. But yeah. Let's see, you talked to one of your buddies this morning, and then found a few days later, he was probably one of the last people to talk to him. You talk about this to help your emotions that come from it. Yeah, no, it's, and that's, like, for as much, there's even another part of it, like, you know, when you lose someone to suicide, survival guilt is a very difficult thing. When that happens, like, it's really hard not to stop and be like, was this my failure? Did I miss some sign? Could I have predicted this? Could I have prevented this? And a lot of times the answer is no. Like, very genuinely, the answer is no. But after the fact, trying to look back, you're looking for some way to make it right, and you can't. Like, it has occurred. You know, it's a very finality thing to it. You can try to do stuff to help others in the future, and it's not a personal failing, not generally. Because even if you have those like little signs, a lot of times if they're not someone who is being open about it, like what they're going through, that they are suffering in silence, like those little sparks that do creep through the cracks is usually nowhere near enough to be like, oh wait, my friend's in trouble. Like, you hear about the warning signs of, like, the friend who suddenly starts giving away their important possessions. And yeah, that is blaring sirens, red flags, all that kind of stuff going off. But that's the minority of people who go through with it that actually show those signs. Most of the signs are so very subtle that, again, without the full context, you just miss it. But again, that's why, for prevention, the best thing is to get people talking about it, because the more comfortable people are about being like, hey, again, I'm struggling, I'm having a difficult time, like I'm trying to work it, it's not going. Like, having those conversations, one, you might get ahead of something where you get it early on where it's just, you know, it's a little uncomfortable, it's not gotten bad yet, and you might be able to rein it in before it escalates. Or two, if it is starting to escalate, where you're like, oh no, this is getting out of hand, that's where you can kind of change your tactic and be like, all right, this person's struggling, I can't help them with this. Like, I can't, like, this is beyond my ability to reasonably help. I am not the right person to give the help this person needs. Then your motivation starts becoming, okay, what can I do to get this person to someone who can provide the help they need? You feel like active listening is a superpower that we all have. Oh yeah, just actively, like, just being someone who can listen to someone in their difficulty. Like, the amount of help alone that can do is staggering. Let's see, Cookie saying, you used to deal with suicidal thoughts when you were much younger. It's a difficult struggle to dig yourself out of the gloomy hole, even if you have help. Right, because it is, especially if it's one of those things that, like, you've been suffering in silence for a while. You know, it kind of builds on itself, and it builds on itself, and it builds on things, and the world looks a little darker and a little darker, and you have less and less hope. And then when you finally do reach out, it's not like you just overnight erase all of that, all of the pain and all of that that's built up to that point. It is a slow climb. And I've been fortunate that I've not ever had that direction to anything. I've definitely dealt with depression at a certain level, not like clinical depression or anything that's been reoccurring, but just, you know, very difficult times in my life. You've lost so many, attempted yourself. Survivor's guilt is shit. Yeah, survivor's guilt is awful. Because it is it is one of those things that you second guess and second guess and second guess, and you can never get an answer to anything because there's just not an answer to be had. So you just absolutely beat yourself up over it, and it can drag you down too. And it's just, again, that's why we want to normalize all these things, like discussing depression and mental health and all these very different pains, because it can also be something that can help with stuff like survivor's guilt, both in the when you're going through it, help you get the help you need, but also in the event that you've done so much to try and help someone and it doesn't work out. It's one of those things you can look back and when you're second guessing things, be like, I did what I could. Like, you'll probably still be like, could I have done more? But at least part of you can look back and say, I did all of these things. Like, it's not like it was an absence of effort versus, when it does just randomly happen that you just didn't see it coming, that you're just left guessing again and again. You do believe it's 711 for the hotline seeking help? Depends on where you're at. I think, do we still have that command? It might not be up to date. I'm gonna have to look. I think we have a command. It doesn't come up very often, which is why I have to look it up each time. That it's unfortunately a pretty messed up thing that some people do for attention. That they'll just pop into a chat and be like, I'm looking to kill myself. And you're like, I'm debating it. And they're not... It's one of those things. If you look into the psychology of people dealing with those moments, you're not hopping into some random chat, first-time chatter, basically being like, I've got a gun to my head. That's not a realistic thing. And honestly, that's the kind of thing that would also trigger a lot of other people. So it is a very disgusting thing that people do to get a rise. And it just sucks that you do that. And the correct way to handle that in a position like where I'm at in my position, when someone does that, is you'll be like, I don't know if you're serious or not, but I can't help you. Here are resources better equipped to help you. And it sucks to be there in the event that maybe it's a genuine thing. But it's just, it'd be the same thing as like going to a movie theater and then the person walking up on stage and then, like while the movie's playing into it, it's like, this is not a location that I can give you the help you need, even if you're like a registered therapist and everything and you work in crisis management, all that, you're just not in a place that you can get the treatment. It'd be like, hey, let's get you out of here so we can have a private conversation and maybe do something. But all in all, it's unfortunately in this realm, in the content creation realm, usually it's the same thing where people like rage bait and that kind of stuff, and it sucks. Fortunately, it doesn't happen very often. I think I've only dealt with it once the entire time here. It was so over the top, it's like, this is not authentic. But yeah. It takes years to get over that. Working through your struggle. You still will flare up, but at least it's mitigated through medication with the help of chemical imbalance brain. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's exactly as Cookie's saying. It's one of those things that also with mental health is it's never, like, there isn't the one trick, that's what you do to fix it. Different ones will have different things that help and don't help and that kind of stuff. So it's very good to be open about that. For some people, medication is a necessity to manage it. For some cases, medicine makes it worse. But it is one of the reasons why you want to have medical professionals involved and, people who care involved and all that, just to help work through it. Because there's genuinely sometimes, even with medication, it can be one of those things that you use one medication, it's a bad time, you switch to another medication, now it's working better. There's a lot that goes, it can even be the same medication, but the dosage just needs to change. There's a lot that goes into it, and I'm not going to pretend to know the details on that. Anyways, that went on longer than I planned it to, but the point is, raising money for Hope for the Day. There is a link on the top of the channel. At any time, you can click on that, you can donate, and it will go to the charity. Fishing is your saving grace to tackle depression, and wife helps out as well. She loves fishing. I'm glad. Like, that's actually, honestly, having some kind of distraction, like hobbies or other stuff you can do with others, all of that can help. I'm not huge on fishing myself. I did a lot of it when I was younger, but I do recognize a lot of people it is very... Cathartic's not the word I'm looking for. It is a nice thing that you can kind of relax, chill, sit down, you know, if you want to have a drink with it, great. But it's a place that's kind of the calm, like, just not have anxiety-inducing, stress-inducing things around. You can just kind of just do your thing. So I can definitely appreciate why it is. It was actually another thing I remember talking about, that they were talking about. It's like why certain people, you know, they enjoy just going in the other room and doing dishes, or just going in this area and like fishing. When you look at the activity itself, and you're like, I don't get why people like that. And then you take like the panning the camera out, and there's like 5 screaming kids in the house that are full of energy. Even if they're not misbehaving, it's just a lot of noise and energy. They're like, oh, this person just, it does, like, the activity they're doing isn't the important part. They just need that moment to like step away from all of that and just kind of have their headspace. It's also, yeah, no, that I agree to. Like listening, like especially if it's like a drizzly day, just listening to the water just kind of lap onto the shore and all that, and a little bit of rain in there, that can be very relaxing. Absolutely. You don't care for in real life fishing because it smells and the slime and stuff. Autism doesn't like it, but you like the concept of fishing, and you do it in games. For me, it was I didn't care for how much of it was just kind of sitting around. I used to fish a lot, but there is a lot of just sitting and being patient. I was always someone who's kind of the go wanting to do stuff. So regular old, you just chuck a line off the dock or whatever fishing. While I could do it to a certain level of success, it was definitely fighting my nature to want to be more active. The reason you stopped taking ADHD meds is because it was making you like 5 times. Yeah, no, I know a lot of mental health medicines, they can, you know, it can help here but cause this other thing to go bad. There's a lot of juggling on that. That's the reason why, like, there's a lot that goes into like monitoring you, having you check in. Like when you just, for example, when you just start taking ADHD medicine, they'll usually have you check in a lot more frequently just to make sure we're not having negative reactions to it and all that. You find doing woodworking in a relaxing way. You can work at your own pace, figure things out, and just touch grass. Yeah, that's the same thing. Woodworking was one I did as well. I liked wood turning, because as well as one, you could just do it, take your time, no rush. It's safer to not rush, but it's an active thing to do. It's gonna rain in the water. Is fun, mind calming sound you can hear. Yep. Anyways, with that said, got into that a bit, and we'll get back to doing this. So let's pop in here. We got, okay, so did build the other house in one day. I was actually expecting it to take 3, but we do have another house here. So the hope would be, with the addition, with the other house, we would do that. Fish and tipster. Here's a fishing tip for the summer. An undiscovered fish has been spotted in the northern oceans. If anyone wants to find it, you should fish around noon. Okay. As a little forward on it. What can I do for you? Let's chat. Yeah, so Fletch is getting pretty close to maxed out. Oh, you have 2, I have 2 iron bars you don't need? I'll get my own iron bars. I won't just buy them. Usually with stuff like that, unless it's like a rare thing, I'm not just gonna straight up buy it. You take Cetraline for anxiety. Yeah, those can help a lot. Smelting request. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go get that. I could talk to you about stuff. Basically, we do the round of the early Maggie gets the dink. What's up with you, Rual Storge? Got a job for me? I've got a real hankering for something to eat. Yeah, so okay. I can do that. Alright. Yeah, so working people's friendship, whatever. Yeah, I don't have anything else for you. Welcome to the museum. What can I do for you? I want to chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? Got a job for me? Hey, would it be too much trouble if you to catch me a river bass? I bet you can find a river bass in the mangroves this time of year. No problems. Alright. So we got our assignments. Dinkum really is a lot like Animal Crossing, both more violence. Yeah, like I said, I have not played Animal Crossing, so I can't speak for one or the other. Alright, so you need the river bass. So let's go up to the mangrove forests. We also want to go north. Some of those look like they could be river bass. Those are the big catfish. The one in that right there might be a river bass. Yeah, the one in the middle there might be the river bass. It is not. It is a carp. That's carp as well. Let's keep moving. Because I want to, by noon... That's a catfish. By noon, I want to try and see if we can't catch whatever this ocean fish that we got, like, the tip for. Yeah, that's the river bass. Okay, so we got that. You played a lot of the original Animal Crossing? Yeah, no, I've heard nothing but good things, so wasn't I deliberately avoided it? It's just a classic, you know, a bajillion games coming out all the time. No matter what you do, some are gonna get missed. Yeah, so it told me to go to the Northern Ocean, and then around noon, I could catch a different fish. Which does tell me that there's apparently fish that are very time sensitive. The Hello Kitty game, continues to be the perfect game. They add a bunch of new stuff, including a new area for free today. I haven't played that one. That's another one that, you know, we meme about, like, it's like, haha, you can play Hello Kitty Adventure Island. It's like, no, actually, that's, like, very genuinely, it's supposed to be, like, a really good game. I haven't played that one either. But it's one of those ones that, like, on the surface, people are like, huh, you could play that. It's like, no, actually, it's good, apparently. Like, four games falling in this genre kind of deal. I assume I have lots of inventory space? Yeah. Okay, it's too far for me to fish at. Stop swimming away. Okay, caught a blue spot one. We did enough fish catching to get more permit points. I think it's at Northern Ocean. Let's run out to that island out there real quick. Because you love it so much, it's super relaxing and really well done. People be all like, it's a baby game for babies, and then you tell them Call of Duty 13 or whatever is a baby game for babies, and then you need to get good. Yeah. Occasionally we'll say that as like a joke when we're playing a game that actually, you know, is so hard, but like RNG just works out for us or something like that. Like deliberately being very sarcastic isn't quite the right word. Facetious, maybe? Basically being over the top with it. That's clearly the catfish again. Let's see. You like playing Super Baby Easy mode in most games? I'm gonna play the hardest mode in some things. Oh yeah, that's kind of the same thing. Like there's a lot of times I'll play like a game on very difficult, sweaty, try-hard settings. But at the same time, there's also times where I'll be like, you know what? I just want to have a relaxing time. And then I'll, you know, boot up the game, and I'll be like, alright, lowest difficulty, don't care. Alright, come on. Caught a bluefish, that's new. So I'm assuming we're in that window. It does suck that I'm having to cast that far. It's really hard to do it because I have to get ahead of it enough that it catches it. Okay. Did I have an objective for one of the other fish too? No, it's just the river bass. Ooh, that looks to me like either a swordfish or a marlin. I don't know how I... Oh, come this way. Which is easier to get your character to face in a given direction? Come on. I suspect you're going to be terrible. Come on. We're almost in. Marlin. Cool. I'm guessing that was the special noon fish. Because, yeah, that was a fun one. I was like, I saw in the distance, like, you a big fish. You a real big fish. Alright, so let's get back to the house and drop that off. Because this one was, like, specifically, like, you can catch this at noon. Alright, that's a bluefish again. Just want to try and get what we could out of it. Rovers and having themselves a good day and all that. Good to have you all here. Alright, I don't have the pickaxe and all because I need to get notes. It's fine. We'll just rush home. And home is not quite straight south. That's fine. I don't need to deal with the cassowaries right now. Yeah, that's been fun. Like I said, I don't think this will be a game we do like tons and tons and tons of streams. I'm mostly just enjoying it because the 1.0 just released. I do think maybe halfway through stream, we might end up switching up the games to Rimworld to pick up on our colony. But I have enjoyed this so far. It's also those things I've noticed today. Like, yesterday we had lots and lots of new, like, you get the pickaxe, you get the axe, you get the thing. There's, like, just a pretty strong treadmill of get the new thing, get the new thing. Oh. Burb. Getting, like, the new thing, getting the new thing, getting the new thing, like, non-stop. Where it seems like we've unlocked most of the major systems, and now we just have, like, better versions of stuff to bring in, which is totally fine. That's not unlike games like Stardew, where they give you your first couple of tools, and then you get your next batch of tools, and your next batch of tools. But it's like, at the very beginning, each time you get a tool, it's like a whole extra layer to the game. But once you're past that initial section, you know, getting the axe that's better than your previous axe, it opens up a couple extra areas of the map and you can break some of the bigger logs, but otherwise it's mostly the same. But I've definitely been enjoying it. It's kind of cool, like, you have this whole thing. It makes me wonder, since so many people compare this to Animal Crossing and I've never played, if that is a thing that I should some point circle back or whatever. But I feel like it'd be sick if there was treasure finding level, so you got better stuff. I mean, we do have treasure finding in general. So you can go here and deal with that kind of thing. Alright, so first let's start by going to the museum and dropping stuff off. Welcome to the museum. What can I do for you? I'd like to donate. Oh, what have you brought for me? We got a marlin and we got a river bass. I need another river bass. Okay. Oh my, I see you've got quite a few amazing specimens not yet in our museum. Would you be willing to donate all of these? Yep. Okay. Because he wanted the river bass, but unfortunately I knew that. Hey, Sim, how's it going? Good to have you. Let's go ahead and we will toss the carp on here for cooking. And we'll just give that a minute because I need to talk to him anyways. But yeah, for those that don't know, Simcopter1, absolutely fantastic content creator. Someone I 100% recommend checking out. Plays a lot of simulation and strategy games and all that, so good times over there. Front of the channel, all of that good stuff. So definitely go over there and say hello. But it's good to have you. I hope your day's going well and all that. Let's see. You gotta lurk and put the kids to bed, but wanted to say hi. Oh, no problem. You, I was gonna be like, you have a good time doing it. Like, I mean, I guess, have a good time doing that, but thank you so much for lurking and all that. And I do hope the kids get that sleep. I wanted to chat. And this is for you. Got something for you to eat. Here is some fresh fish. Alright. A dainty kitchen table. Cool. It's interesting that you've gone out of your way to specifically describe it as dainty. That's fine. It's just not... I don't typically think of the idea of like you sitting at home and being like, how, what it, like, oh, you have this new table? How is it? Oh, it's dainty. You're like, okay. Cool. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice 17,000 for all those fish. So I will need to run back up to the mangrove. Oh, we could drop off some of these gears and all that. Okay, so you do actually eat an entire thing of food in a day. I kind of figured that was the case, but it's good to verify it. Oh, and before I forget, I need an axe and a pickaxe. Let's run over here. There's a basic pickaxe. And there's the axe. Okay, so I gotta run back up to the mangroves to get another green bass. Because apparently the museum also needed one as a donation, and we have one of the things for the objective. But do you think this part of you think this part is kind of odd? Literally purchasing basic tools every day after you've gone through the initial progress is strange. I mean, on the counter, what ends up happening, though, is once you upgrade them, it's not nearly as frequent. Like, don't get me wrong, if I could, like, really, really go for it, I bet you I probably could break one of the, like, the copper axe or whatever relatively quickly. But, it is kind of the beginning thing. It's just one of those things. I am much more a fan of you upgrade your tools, and if you do have to repair them, it's free, versus just needing to repurchase the same tool again and again. I think that's a bass over there. But, it's fine. The game has a sense of humor about it, too. You get your milestone for breaking your first tool. It even does go, wait, what is this tool made out of? So they do have the tongue-in-cheek on it. Alright. But yeah, and that's pretty typical, because this game, like, while it's not a survival crafter, it does kind of bump a couple of those things along the lines with just adding durability in for it. I definitely feel like, personally, I lean much more towards, like, the Stardew thing of once you've unlocked a tool, you're just good. You know, then you just make the tool cost more. I could also go for the Valheim thing, where you have your tool, and when it breaks, you can just walk up to the bench and slap it with a hammer, and maybe it takes a resource or two and it's back to normal. But it's fine. This model is pretty standard these days. The good news is those tools are so ridiculously cheap, it's not that big. It's more the store's hours that are more the thing. But it almost feels like it's kind of the intended gameplay loop, is that you pop into the store pretty much every day to offload stuff anyways. Alright, so we want to drop the river bass off with you. Like, I will say, doing the objectives for people every single day, I kind of wish there was a little bit more streamlined on the social interaction to it. Like, just how many dialogues you gotta go through. It'd be nice if you could be just like, hey, here's the thing, and then move on to the next step. I still don't think it's bad, but I do imagine if it wasn't for the fact that you, like, max out, like, by the time I max them out, I'll be pretty much ready to be over it. Alright, so let's see what we got for objectives. Oh, right, we gotta water our crops. Okay. We got the wet thumb for watering our crops. And I'm assuming we'll get stuff for, like, automatically watering the crops later. You know, the very typical, like, you hit, you know, farming level 5, I don't know. Probably higher. Farming level, like, 20 or whatever it boils down to. And then you get, like, a sprinkler or some other solution for it. Irrigation, that kind of thing. So cut down 2 trees, sell 3 bugs. See if we can't catch ourselves some bugs real fast. That said, those little daily kind of objectives, I do feel give you directions to do stuff in the game. And it has felt like sometimes those directions do ultimately help me break out of just repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Because otherwise I could see this being a game you could min-max the fun out of it real fast, or be like, oh, this is the thing that makes the most money, I'ma just do that now. And then you start getting bored with the lack of variety that you've 100% self-inflicted. Alright, never mind. Oh, I'm probably too late to sell stuff back, aren't I? It's about to be 7 p.m. That's fine. If we missed it, we missed it. Those, at least none of those things are stuff that if you miss it, you're like, oh man, that's a setback, I'll have to wait till next year or whatever. Did I say source of, hurting tool there? Yes, did I say store it? So we need once you get to the later stuff? Yeah, so we're too late to sell the bugs. That's fine. We'll check if any of them museum. I don't think they are. Okay, nothing you need. Yeah, I was like, oh, it's fine you don't have anything. Though you did get my hopes up. I was like, yep, deal with it, man. Alright, so let's check on our objectives of stuff we need to turn in. Okay, so the tuft thing. Needs to go to... what's over here? Oh. Those trees are growing faster than I was anticipating. We got our little orchard we've got planted over here. That's kind of one of the things I'm excited to see work along, is like as you start taking the island and making nice areas. I can see you burning a lot of time in this game. I did that thing for you. Yep. I think the entire reason they added this one where you get the spin effects for them is just to be like, look, you can burn this. Burn it. You can burn it. Oh, wait, I need to upgrade these. Do I have the copper bars for that? Yeah, I do. Okay, craft that. Craft that. We don't really care about the other stuff that much. So, let's double check, because it mentioned crafting house deed, target ingredients. Alright, well that's fine. We're not going to be able to really catch the crocodiles, I don't think. I need more materials to get all that sorted. Alright. And I'm going to cut down this one of the bush lime. We're gonna try and keep the orchard as the source for it. Alright. Usually have to play this kind of games with the Wikipedia open. This one was no exception. Yeah, I haven't had to do any of that. I imagine when it gets down to the point where you're, like, trying to do the museum and 100% stuff, that it wouldn't surprise me if you had to be like, okay, here's all the fishes. Like, depending on how much they have, like, invariants and rules and restrictions on how a lot of that works, I could certainly see it being a thing that you gotta look it all up. Okay. So basically it's trying to get the trees away from all this. Partially so the orchard stands out way more as we grow it. Meanwhile, we can expand the orchard a little bit. Since I got the capacity anyways. Because this is one of those things I wonder, like, how lucrative you could get just having an orchard could be. Oh, did I miss that? Oh, I see. I'm dropping in because there's both the grass seeds and that. The grass seeds were the ones who are getting dropped in kind of thing. Okay. All right. So it does take a long time to get them off the ground, but it's an investment. Let's see, how far of the game are you in time-wise? Oh, we're in summer year one. We're very early on so far as time-wise. We've only had one stream of this. I'm enjoying it. I don't think it's a thing I'll be able to get away with, like, for streaming, you know, months and months and months in the game or anything like that, like real-life months. I think it's a game I'll probably only be able to get away with, like, 2, 3, 4, 5 streams on a channel, kind of at the tops. It's just one of those ones that, just by the nature of the game, tends to be when you pop in, you show the idea, but once you get into the pattern of looping it over and over again, people will bounce. Let's see, I think you could, if you did your island, would be pretty after all, the time you spend. Yeah, the thing is, for the types of content I do on the channel, it's not really super aligned with a lot of what I do. I feel like you get way too repetitive. Like, fine to play repetitive, but streaming-wise, I usually get very self-conscious about games that is like, you're just going through the motions. Alright. Sawing up the hardwood. It's also a thing to keep in mind, like, on the channel, I do play, like, a lot of simulation, settlement builders and all that. But usually it's, like, the combat and all that in some of those games, and some of the other difficulties the game throws at you that is what keeps people coming back. Like, RimWorld, you know, all the different things you gotta overcome keep the game really fresh for viewers. Yeah, so both the palmwood and the other one. Oh, it's about to be midnight anyways. We'll just pop it and go to sleep. Alright. Let's see. Do you ever play Battle Brothers? Seems like that might be aligned with having a channel. I have not. Okay, a bee house. You can collect honey from this. Can take a week. Gotcha. So now we're able to actually keep bees. So that's Franklin's visiting. Alright. So what I can do here is I've got some discs for Franklin. And grab those. Non-tap thing. That would depend, like... We'll get to it in just a second. What can I do for you? Let's chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? You got a job for me? Are you interested in buying a pink bed? I'll give you a good deal. No, thank you. Yeah, if we go real fast, because I'm honestly curious off the top of my head. If we were to look at what's going on with Battle Brothers, I need to pay off more debt. We have 95 from the last house. So, Battle Brothers. This is just to kind of give a peek of like the thought process that goes into a lot of the things when it comes to playing games on the channel and all that. So, when it comes to a lot of this for being a content creator, you have to be mindful of the draw games have, like how many people are looking for it on stuff like Steam and YouTube and all that. So I've actually showed this. This is a website called Sully Gnome. It gives you an idea about how many people are watching games and all that kind of stuff. So when you look at Battle Brothers, it's pulling in about 131 on average viewers right now per month, which isn't actually that terrible. Except for if you look at this, this is basically one content creator who's every time they stream pulls in like 1,000. And otherwise the category is completely dead of any viewership outside of that one content creator for the most part. And that's not to say there's anything actively wrong with Battle Brothers. I don't know when the last time this game had an update or anything else like that. But it's just not a game that has much of an audience on the platform. Like it used to, it's just when was the last time yeah, like if you look back here, it's 17 average viewers, 24 average viewers. For a channel my size, I can certainly dabble into that for a little while, but very genuinely the channel will kind of implode quite recently. Right. The big question though is it an update that is drawing viewership on platforms like Twitch and YouTube and all that? There's a whole thing about good games and then good games to stream, and these are not necessarily one and the same. An alpha croco. Okay, we get to kill a big croco. You want me to make storage barrels. I don't actually think I can make those. And an amber chunk. So it's kind of one of those things, the more niche a game tends to be, the far more difficult it is to stream on the platform. Yes, I have some discs for you. Excellent. Those shiny discs have some very interesting information on them. Cool. Donate. These are fascinating. You learned a lot from these. I'll offer you 35,000 for them. Yup. Many thanks, Rual Storge. Here's your 35,000 as promised. Oh, I have a great idea for a new invention. Please come by and speak to me if you're interested. Yes. So, can you make me something? Because I'm curious what you have. Please don't waste my time. So, we got weather, the repair table, jet ski, a motorbike, and all that. Unfortunately, I don't have the permit to let me get vehicles. I can afford it. But yeah, jet ski and a motorbike. Those are probably a lot of fun. We have the repair table. And I'll be curious. It'll be curious. I'm gonna grab the repair table. Oh, right. I have to actually bring you things. I'll worry about that later. I want to chat. What do you want to care about? Got a job for me? Wait a sec. Are you carrying a gum leaf grasshopper? Could I buy that from you for... Could I buy that for you? I'm willing to pay 5,000. Done. Yeah, I'm curious, like, if we have to get a certain number of hearts or anything. Oh, you know what? I bet you have to go to the house here. Because I remember it mentioned something about putting a sign in front for rent or whatever. Alright, so let's sell what we got extra. So you could sell the butterfly and the cicada. I can offer you 4,590. But yeah, so it's just one of those things that when it comes to playing games on Twitch, the big thing you gotta keep in mind as a content creator is when you're looking at a game is how many people are searching for that game on the platform. That's your growth opportunity. If there are people searching for... Oh, you have 3 pumpkins you don't need? No thanks. If people are searching for your game, that is a potential increase in your audience. If a game's not being sought out, then you can stream it, and that's fine. But one immutable truth of content creation is there'll be some number of people who will not, like, that will be the last stream they tune into for a while or whatever. That either they're not interested in the game category you're already in, or if you switched game categories, are not interested in the new category. Or, you know, their work schedule changes, their life situation changes, all that. So you're always looking at a very slow wind down of viewership, so you always have to be seeking new viewers to bring into the channel. And so it is games that, like, they're not being sought after. I can dip my toe in them for a little while, but it's an indulgence thing. So, like, I'll indulge and play a game or two like that, and then I gotta kind of get back to stuff that it doesn't need to be, like, super strategic. It's I have kind of a whole thing about whether a game is viable or non-viable. And viable to me is it has to have a certain amount of audience just in general. It doesn't need to be that much. But also, usually it can't be completely oversaturated as well. There's a lot that goes into it. So Battle Brothers, to me, just looking at it, does not appear to be a game I could really... Like, I could pop in and do a stream or two. I don't think I could keep playing it for any real length of time without it being something that I would just hemorrhage viewers. Do you need anything? I kinda need a hand at getting 3 scallop shells. Think it'd help me? Yep. But that has no reflection on if the game's good or not, which is always one of the things I preface, because people will be like, no, it can be good. It's like, that's not... It's just the matter of whether or not people are looking for it. Can I grow a channel on there? Because this is my main income, so, you know, while it's a cool thought for people to be like, play what you want. Yes. But it's kind of like play what you want with, like, guardrails. And if there's a game, like, I'm super into, I usually will play it, but it's an indulgence that I can only get away with a little while. Like Oblivion. Oblivion, number-wise, was not good for the channel. Not at all. But it's a game I wanted to play, so I played it. Go play Build 1 of Project Zomboid. That was, talking about stuff for the charity stream, like what game to play on the channel, because you want to make sure you're pulling in decent numbers for a charity stream so that you can hopefully, you know, support the charity. Alright, well, here goes $94,000 to pay off her debt. And then we're gonna go over here. And I would like to talk about the town, getting our deed, getting our house. Because my assumption what'll happen is as we become friends with the visitors, some of them will stay. Yeah, and she's just basically saying you incur a bunch of debt and you can't build more until it's done. Let's also go here and check on our licenses we can potentially get. Alright. So that deep mining one license looks interesting to me. We still don't have it. We can get crab pots, which is pretty cool. Farming needs to level more. I can get the handling license for stuff. We can get windmills to speed things up. Let's get the sign one, because it did mention that like signs for like renting and all that. So let's go ahead and get the signs. Okay, let's see. So the signs were on their own bench from what I saw. Sign writing bench requires an iron bar. Okay, we don't have that. I think I saw a furnace over here. I'm wondering if basically I need to be getting the better furnace. Oh, that's a furnace. Faster furnace to process iron ore. Yep. I need that. Okay, so I can grab that. I need to pay attention. What the heck were the tasks I was supposed to do? You want me to kill an alpha croco. You've got the storage barrels I can't make, and we'll probably end up killing the alpha croco and not worrying about the rest of that stuff. In the meantime, is this a good place? Yep. Alright, place items. And we can place what we've got. But I will end up needing more aluminum sheets and more nails. But that's okay. Alright, so we have the croco to kill. And also, I would like to grab the furnace here. Cool. I guess we'll sell the furnace. Because I know I could keep it to do more stuff at the same time, but this one's faster. I'd rather just have the faster one. Sell goods. Sell the regular old furnace. That's mostly just to get rid of it. The money he's giving me is not worth anything. Alright, so that does mean I can start doing iron bars. Alright, so where is this alpha croco? Okay, it's north and slightly east. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things. There's a lot of stuff. It can be a real big bummer that there's certain genres of games that are really hard to stream in general. Like the 4X strategy games can be really difficult to stream for any real length of time. They're another one you can kind of dip your toe in. Now, there are some channels that's just, like, their thing. So people are, like, very diehard into 4X strategy games. They can make it work. But as far as genres go, it's one of those ones that can't really carry that many creators. There's just... It's nothing wrong with 4X strategy games. They're just very difficult to keep entertaining. Oh, hey, you just beelined right over. Okay. Well, that's not something I expected you to do. Stop just earthquaking the ground. Alright. He's already mostly killed me and I've barely done damage to him, so I'm gonna back off and try again later. I need to have some food buffs for that one. That ground slam thing means I have to run away a lot more than I am. It'd be nice if I had any type of, like, ranged attack of any kind. Let's see. We got a better fishing license opportunity. That's fine. Dono, do we not? Oh, thank you so much for the dono. Why did the alert not play? I really do appreciate it. Pretty big oof for the $50 dono. It means a heck of a lot, so thank you so much for that. Did that not play the hands clapping thing? It came through, but no audio? Yeah, that's, give me a moment to try poking that again. Because we had that earlier on the stream and I thought I resolved it. So overlay, do this, go to our basic layout. But thank you again so much supporting such a good cause. I really do appreciate it. It means a heck of a lot. Alert box. Let me tick the volume up just a little bit. Save changes. I'm going to copy the overlay URL. And we're going to try the strategy of just literally... No, it's the same thing. Refresh the cache of the current page. Okay. And we'll see if that fixes it. If not, it is what it is. But thank you so much for that, Dono. I really do appreciate that. Helping support Hope for the Day. Charity that we are currently raising money for. That goes and is in proactive suicide prevention as well as destigmatizing mental health. So that we can have these conversations to try and, you know, really help out with, you know, just mental health aware, you know, wellness, as well as like reducing the rate of suicide and all that. Considering it's for people between the ages of 14 to 30, it is the second highest cause of preventable death that there is. So, just about everyone you know has at least one person they know, you know, who has taken their own life. So it's a really tough topic, but trying to do what we can to make that tragedy less and less of a thing through normalization of talking about stuff like mental health. All right, and we got that. So let's run over here and make that sign. Okay. So you need nails. Okay, so we can make signs now. Okay, item sign, handwritten sign, stone sign, sandwich sign. Tin directional sign. Allows you to write on signs. Alright, so my hope had been... because she had mentioned something about using signs to be able to mark these houses for rent or whatever. And I don't know if it's a thing like I have to have, you know, beds or something in there for it to qualify or whatever. It's fine. Photograph the amber chunk. Oh, we need to unpin that. Great cause, you appreciate you doing? Well, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm very happy to be involved with them. I'm very happy. This is like the third time we've been raising money for Hope for the Day, so can't think of much of a better cause to be raising money for. Hear anything that's happening in the world right now? It's okay to not feel okay. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so we're gonna need tin. And I'm gonna need gumwood planks. Oh no, I don't need gumwood. So I need palm planks and I need tin. Is what it boils down to. Try and make that happen. It also makes me curious because it looks like a lot of these stones aren't coming back. It could be one of those things like the same thing that, you know, Stardew and Coral Isle and a bunch of them do, where the season changes and a bunch of the stuff grows back in. It could be one of those things that's what the mine's all about, is we slowly deplete the surface's resources and we need the mine. I'll figure it out when we get there. There we go. I remember these big rocks being pretty good for just giving... Oh wait, they didn't give me tin. They gave me copper and iron, which is still good and important. There's some tin. Alright, so mine to get all this stuff going. But yeah, no, definitely with things going on, which we don't need to dig into that too much. It is definitely a time there's a lot more people struggling than usual. So I do agree that, like, at this time, very genuinely, mental health and suicide prevention are going to be very, very needed to help out. Like, they're going to be much more taxed as a resource because there's going to be that many more people who are going to need help. Which does make it, like, one of those things that, again, really, really glad to be able to support a cause like this and be able to take, you know, where I do this all the time and I built up an audience and all that kind of stuff and be able to, you know, use that to do some good and whatnot. Alright. And he also did say I've got a cosplay here set up of the avatar we have for the channel, because that's not really supposed to be me. Just something, because I didn't have a lot of stuff planned for this. Beginning of the stream, like I had the spicy jelly beans, but stream actually started a little bit late and was a little underprepared because stomach was acting up. And so throwing spicy beans as an upset stomach was not really something I was willing to entertain, because that's how we end up having a very short stream. But I just pretty underprepared for it. It just is what it is. But I do have, like, the cosplay of the avatar, something we can do if we hit, I said if we hit 500. You know what? We'll make it if we hit, like, 500 bucks. I'll do it for a whole stream. Like, I'll do it for, like, the rest of the stream, but we'll do it for an entire additional stream. That way, if it happens, like, last minute, you know, it doesn't feel like we didn't get what's worth from it. But I don't have any, like, major things going on, because I don't want to promise additional collab stuff with Tomb right now with our work schedule. We've got the one coming up on Saturday for Split Fiction for the subathon that we hit that milestone for it. That's supposed to be this Saturday. But I didn't want to get, like, more set up on the schedule that, you know, could take a month or two to happen just till schedules settle down. But it's all good. We've done pretty good in the charities. Like, sometimes I have, like, stickers and all that. I need to get new stickers, which is the reason I didn't put that one on, is I've got most of the good stickers used up, and now there's a handful I wouldn't do on stream anyways. And not that many particularly funny ones. Just didn't do nearly as much prep as I've done in the past, unfortunately. Alright. I think that might be more tin on that little hill in front of me. I'm basically seeing as this in-game day is just get ore. Because we're getting low on a lot of it, so we're just gonna work on the ore here real quick. One game I've been looking at that looks interesting to me, I'm not sure it's one I could really stream. We'll see. As I think it's Elin, E-L-I-N. Like, that one looked really interesting to me. Because it's sort of got, like, a Stardew Valley thing going up, but it's also got, like, this really heavy RPG element to it. The graphics are... how do I want to describe it? They're not bad. It's pixel art, but it's very grid-based, that you slide along the grid and all that. Isometric, that kind of thing. But it looks interesting. It looks like someone took, like, the idea of, like, Stardew Valley and then wanted to approach it from, like, a Final Fantasy Tactics kind of standpoint in regards to, like, the isometricness, the depth of characters and all that kind of stuff. But the graphics are a little rough. But it's one of those games that it's like, okay, there's enough complexity under here that I could see that being a rough thing for people viewing if they're not along for the whole ride. It's also a game that I worry will be one of those ones that you go and you boot it up and the game teaches you how to do absolutely nothing, so you have to break out a wiki just to figure it out. Which has been my hesitation of even buying it, is like, would I enjoy it? because I don't need a game to like handhold me through it or anything like that. But my patience for games are just like, here's the game, you know, figure it out. That's fine when the discoverability is the exciting and fun part of the game. But when it's like, I have a pickaxe, I want to hit a rock, and you're staring at the two of them and you're trying to figure out how to make the pickaxe hit the rock, and you spend 15-20 minutes just to figure out like what witchcraft you have to do to make these two things interact with each other, that can be a very bad time very quickly. We've had a few games like that on the channel over the years. And most of those end up bouncing off of them. Alright, so trying to give my endurance a chance to recover. Gonna get over here. Start mining some more. But yeah, it was one that's curious, because genuinely, I could go for a game like a Stardew Valley-esque game, but with a progression that feels like something like Ultima Online back in the day, or something like that. So instead of just, you know, you arbitrary hit this one, so you've gone from 1 level to level 2, from 2 level to level 3 kind of thing, and that they're like these kind of big cliffs, or that you could do it really fast. It would be fun to have a much more gradual progression, much more granular, and have a lot more depth to it. My big fear is half the people I think who would try and do that, it would feel very Dwarf Fortressy in the sense that, here's the game, how are you gonna learn it? Shrug. You know, you'll figure it out through blood, frustration, and tears. Which I know that's a draw for some people. I just don't have the patience anymore. Not for basic functionality. For strategy and all that, I'm down for games to make you have to figure it out. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing as like music, please. Please. I did notice when we booted this up that the music, like when we booted it up, I had the music turned off the first day, and I think it was because it's even worse about doing that. Tactics Over? I'm familiar with Tactics Ogre. I would definitely say that's misaligned with the channel, unfortunately. Same with Final Fantasy Tactics. That would definitely not be aligned with the channel either. They're good games, but like the turn-based tactical games that I have not... I played one game in that genre the entire time been on the channel, which was fun. But that's another genre that can be a pretty hard sell. Because you gotta keep in mind, my normal go-tos are stuff like simulation that is very active. Look, I didn't want to fight you. That's my bad. I was mining and you got too close. But very genuinely, like, I play a lot of simulation. Simulation games are very active games. Like, things are constantly happening. They may not be happening fast, but they're always happening and all that. You really want you to play Teenage Exocolonist? That is one that's been on the radar. Ow. I just want the tin. Go away. I'm trying to mind my own business here. Are you still following? Okay, so you've lost interest. That's what I care about. Yeah, that's one, I definitely feel like I missed the boat on that one so far as actually playing it where people were looking for it. But that is an interesting game, the Teenage Exocolonist. That one is a little bit more aligned. But yeah, the whole point is like games I play on the channels. I play a lot of simulation. I play like a lot of silly little settlement builders. So like RimWorld and all that. I play the occasional like Tycoon game is like solidly aligned with all that. Those I have to definitely dip my toe into and back out because that's another genre that as far as on Twitch that it's not that they do badly, you can hop in, but they're definitely ones that if that isn't your mainstay, you kind of dip your toe in. You have like 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or so streams, and then you move on because the interest wanes. One of the rare exceptions with that was 2 Point Museum. That's been an outlier for that genre where generally they're very short-lived that the interest stays there. But 2 Point Museum was just such a well-executed game. It managed to hang around for like a good solid month before it started to properly wane. And I played the crap out of Final Fantasy Tactics when I was younger. Yeah, so it's generally speaking, when it comes to games on the channel, for anything that stick around, you're probably going to be looking at like a simulation style game, probably a settlement builder. And honestly, even the settlement builders, I've not had too many that have impressed me. Like, I like RimWorld, it's a good one. But there's been a lot of the ones that came out lately that either one, they've gone to be like, they wanna be to RimWorld what RimWorld was to other games, and like pushing boundaries of what's kind of acceptable. And some of those got frankly pretty weird, and like this is actively uncomfortable to play this game levels of why are we going here? Which we won't dig into that because this is a charity stream, and I don't want to make it about that topic. But needless to say, there was one game I popped in, I played for a little while, they had something that they force you as the player to do, I'm like, I'm not okay with this. Like, RimWorld lets you do some awful things, but they're optional. And you can do them, and I have done most of them in the past. But even by the realms of RimWorld, the stuff they had in that game was like several steps farther worse. So we've got a lot of those. Yeah, we don't need to get into that whole thing. That wasn't even what it was. But yeah, I know it was there was definitely some stuff like I'm not even comfortable with this in simulation. And then there's been a lot of them that either just straight up try to copy what, you know, RimWorld's already done, but, you know, doesn't have nearly the soul it does. So it's like, it's got the idea, it just kind of doesn't execute on it. Or there's just been a lot of them where they make a game that doesn't bother teaching you literally anything about how to play it, and you're like, I'm trying to figure out why I should be playing your game. You're not selling me on it. You're just making me climb through all these hoops, and I don't even know why. So it's been a genre that a lot of people have popped into, and there's been a few good ones. Like, to be clear, like I feel like Going Medieval is one that has a pretty good amount of potential. Stranded Alien Dawn was fun. I don't think it has nearly the replay value that, like, even if it had cooked longer, like RimWorld, it's just the style of game. I don't think it lends itself to be quite as replayable as a game like RimWorld, but I enjoyed what I played. I just didn't really feel a need to go back to it after that. It's kind of like once you did the research once, and you got like the dialogue and all that, that was kind of it. You didn't feel a need to really give it another go. But yeah, so generally those we end up being those. We do play a decent amount of slice of life sim. Usually more like the Stardew Valley. It's because like we've done Stardew Valley, we did Coral Island, we did Graveyard Keeper. Those are all good times. I've had a bunch of those as well. That's another genre that it can get kind of dime a dozen, where you pop in and you've got a game, it's like, it's Stardew, but you have wings. Or it's Stardew, but this. And then they kind of fail to have something that really draws you. Yeah, Raj is hot and Tomb doesn't know what a cow is. Exactly. Very genuinely, I've debated doing... I think I will do another Coral Island playthrough. I think I am going to wait till they have the update where the kids can become teenagers. Is, I think, the intention. Even though most likely we'll have finished the game long before they become teenagers. I'm partially waiting that there's an achievement called Legendary Farmer, which is to sell one of everything, and I've tried to do it several times, but there's no in-game tracking, and I've gotten pretty frustrated with it because I had like the spreadsheet where I went down everything, and I tried different iterations of the spreadsheets to try and track everything, and I've still failed to get the achievement. So, you know, it's one of those things you can't tell if it's bugged, which it's supposedly not. You can't tell if it's bugged or what got overlooked, and even with it, I was like super careful the last time. So I keep kind of hoping they'll add like a quality of life to let you track the progress on that one and a couple others. And then do one more playthrough where I go through and I get those knocked out. But yeah, low-key, I would be down to do another full playthrough of Coral Island at some point. I'm just kind of waiting till we have some updates to kind of justify it. Even though that 100% falls into the indulgence where people just really aren't searching for Coral Island, which is a real shame. It's a really good game. Like, very genuinely, of all the slice of life life sim games that have come out in the last 5 years, I would hold it at the highest. Like, and to me, and this is the one that'll upset some people, is very genuinely, if you're comparing Stardew Valley and Coral Island today, right this second, ignoring nostalgia and all that, I would actually consider Coral Island is the game I enjoy more. I will say Stardew Valley, the connection to the characters is stronger, because I think it's just a matter of Coral Island having so many of them. So, like, I feel more attached to the characters in Stardew Valley. There's just a lot of quality of life that Coral Island has that Stardew Valley doesn't. And it expands on that formula. Now, all that said, overall time, which game is better? I mean, Stardew Valley's, like, set a trend on it. You know, I would say Stardew Valley is also the safer one to recommend to people. Okay. That's honestly the games I'm looking forward to the most is Roadcraft. Roadcraft is the game I'm the most looking forward to. Perfect fit for the channel, right there with it. We played plenty of games by Focus on channel before. I very much enjoyed SnowRunner and all that. That's a game, honestly, I wish people would hold interest into a little bit more. I understand part of that is just it's been a while. Like, it's one of those games in the channel that people get excited for, and then we do 2 or 3 streams, and then people are kind of over it. And then, you know, go several months, repeat. And I do kind of wish that, you know, it was something that people get excited about, that I could get away with just blasting SnowRunner for, like, not a month. I think that would be in excess. But, like, being able to blast out several weeks of it, you know, make some real progress, get a bunch of the maps done. I think that would be a lot of fun for me. But at the same time, I understand that's also not everyone's cup of tea. Okay, we already got your food. Oh, the bird's not here tonight. Okay. Gained a couple levels in mining. Definitely one thing that helped me with this game. Oh, it's a someone. Well, it's a someone, it means we don't know who it is. At least I think. Unless that's rain again. I'll also check real fast, because I might be switching games here in just a minute, since about halfway through stream anyways. No, it is someone new. Good day. Name's Max. I'm Theodore's little brother. Speaking of Theodore, he mentioned that a barracuda are migrating around this time of year. That means today is one of the only days you'll find them out during the whole day. As soon as he mentioned that, I booked me a ticket. These conditions are perfect for a fishing competition, so I'm hosting one today. I'm hosting me a soon-to-be famous fishing competition today. Let me know if you're interested in competing. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about that right now, because like I said, I think we are going to switch over to RimWorld. I debated playing both those games today. And I've been enjoying this, but we are hitting that kind of point where it does feel like I'm doing a lot of... Hey, we actually got sound. Oh, is that like a $1, was that a $1 like test donation? Let me double check that. I'm on the wrong screen on here because I switched everything dashboard. Yep. So thank you for the donation towards for the day. That's $101 you've tossed to it, and it did work. But yeah, so with that, I do think we are going to be switching games here for a moment. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this game. I've been enjoying Dinkum a lot, but it is one of those things that, like, I do feel like it's getting to that point where it's getting a little bit on the I'm just repeating the same things again and again, which is really good for me to do on my own time. I think that'll be a lot of fun. But I'm already kind of going, all right, even I'm feeling this is a little repetitive from my perspective of the one playing it. I can't imagine from the viewership it doesn't feel like it's a little repetitive. And plus, you know, chat's been getting kind of quiet, and that's usually a pretty strong sign that people are like just kind of chilling and vibing, which is fine. So with that said, if you're watching on YouTube, the stream will go down for a moment and come back up. If you're over here on Twitch, we've already got RimWorld booting up. It's just gonna take a minute. All right, so let's get everything flipped over. But I've enjoyed Dinkum's update. I think it's really good. I'm glad it got released. I do see it being a game I'll probably play off stream.